Kicking it with Kruse, guys. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day so far. Great Tuesday. It's going to be a fun day as always. I'm happy to be here on a Tuesday, guys. We're kicking it on Tuesday. Yes, we are. And joining me back on Kicking with Kruse, of course, guys. Happy to have here Mr. Mike Casey. What's up, Mike?
Kicking it with Kruse. What a great time to be alive and streaming on the internet, Brian. We're gonna have fun today. You gotta move these banners down for next time. This is look like I'm gonna take a bite out of this thing.
But the thing is, though, with the vertical, though, it looks like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like with the vertical, like, I want people to be able to see it. That's right above the whole TikTok live stream banner.
Oh, okay.
So that they can actually see you. If they don't see you, they wouldn't see you, Mike, without it being right there. You know what I mean? Welcome back, Mike. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it today.
It's gonna be a good show. David Campbell, welcome back. Good to see you. Happy to have you back today. We got Mike back today. Welcome back, Mr. Mike Casey. Mike, how's your week been? Was it good? Been good? Haven't seen you in a long week.
Oh, it feels like a long week. I don't know why. All I've been doing is applying for jobs and taking my dog swimming in the bay. So it's not terrible.
Not bad. No.
Watching Sopranos too. I've gotten a lot of episodes of Sopranos in.
Oh, nice. I've watched.
Hey, Pepstar.
Yeah. Peppy's always happy to see you too. How you doing, Pepstar?
Use the noodle.
We do it all the time, Pepstar. We use the noodle. But you're happy to see Mike back, right, Pepstar?
I'd insult you, but I'm afraid of lowering myself to your level, which is low.
All right, buddy. He's mean, David Campbell, sometimes. So David Campbell says Soprano is great. He says, hey, what's up, Mike? But yeah, I just say, though, that whole... I never really... I've watched some of Sopranos. I have never watched all Sopranos, Mike. Haven't done it.
There's a lot of... This is probably my second, maybe 2.5 times through, because I think I probably had it on sometime, like, when I had COVID and just was sleeping through the whole thing. But, like... It's fun to watch those series that have built up like a secondary canon of commentary. So you'd be like, that's a weird line. And then you'll search for the line and there's like thousands of YouTube videos that are like, what is the deal with this line? What could they possibly mean? So it's just nice because there's been, a lot of delving into by the community. So I don't have to sit and wonder.
You kind of sound like you're doing like a Jerry Seinfeld. What is the deal with this line? David Campbell, I don't know how I missed it. Like I missed it when it was on HBO before. And then, because I didn't have it growing up, so I never caught it when I was younger. And then I started watching it. And I think I watched the first full season. And I liked it, but I don't know what was happening in my life. That happens to me sometimes. I start getting overwhelmed with other things and I don't finish shows. So it's still on there, David Campbell. I'm gonna make it happen. Good to have you here too, as always. I'll check it out, Mike. I'll get in there. I'll get in there eventually. A lot of stuff happening today, Mike. There's actually something we're going to talk about later on, the Marvel stuff that happened today too. That we'll wait to get into that, but there's even more going on with that. But happy to have you back, Mike. Welcome back to Kicking It with Kruse. It's kind of cool. Like, we had Ron on. I had Ron in here yesterday, and Ron was his first time coming in. He was like, I like this vertical format. And I was like, it's just different. It's just smaller, more intimate. We're having a good time together.
It looks good. How often are you doing this show now?
Monday through Friday.
You're a crazy person, Brian.
I am nuts. I don't know where my banner went, so I had to fix my banner. My banner went backwards on me. I know Monday through Friday. I'm trying to do like 9 to 11 now. I'm trying to lock that time in. And then we were late though. Yeah, I'm not a morning person.
We got to get you a neon sign back there.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
Folks, isn't there somebody like right down the street from your parents' house in Michigan that does neon tube bending?
They used to. I don't know if they still do it anymore. Everybody's getting older there. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting older.
True.
That's how it goes, man. It's unfortunate. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get something that said cruise control and neon lighten up. That'd be pretty dope. I think pretty cool, man. I don't know if the kids say that anymore. Anyways, happy to have you here, Mike.
Easy E said it in 1989, so that's good enough.
We can still say it. Just quickly, though, off the top. I'm excited about Fallout, guys. Fallout. We're finally getting some stills and some news about Fallout. Now, of course, Fallout Season 2 will be debuting, guys. We're not that far away. December of 2025, finally getting the second season. I can't wait for this. I have some friends that worked on this and they're up in Santa Clarita because they actually brought production back here to LA, which was a fantastic thing. It was in Utah before, and they brought it back here. A sign like Central Perk, David Campbell said. I'd like to have a sign like Central Perk, right? It says, Kickin with Kruse. I have a cruise control one too. I'd be all about that. But Walton Goggins is coming back. Aaron Michaelin's coming back. We got also Ella Purnell coming back. Everybody's back for this new season. They're going to Vegas apparently for some of this too, for post-apocalyptic Las Vegas, which I want to see that. That could be kind of cool too. But I love it. They put some early stills out right now. So here's one of the first ones. They don't really show you much, of course. Right around Christmas, yeah, we get Stranger Things and we get, again, Fallout for the holiday season. I'm all about that. What's up, Atlanta 76? Welcome back, Atlanta 76. Good to have you back. Mike, it's
Fallout might have been the best new thing that came out this past year.
Dude, it was so good. Fallout was so good. I mean,
was
production.
It like 8 episodes? Was it 6?
Yeah, it was like 8. Yeah, they're always little these days. They're like little, tinier. They have a lot of punch in each episode, Mike. But the episode count gets so small. It gets so small, Mike.
I need to give me those filler episodes, man. Of those hour-long dramas. They'd have 24 episodes in a season, and then just like chock the middle all full of filler. So we get to learn all about the tertiary stories of characters we don't care about that much.
100%, Mike. We need all those. We need all of that juice, all of that filler, all of that cream inside the donut, man. I want it all.
Star Trek style, we call it.
Star Trek style. I actually like Strange New Worlds quite a bit. The new season's been fun too. That's like one of my favorite versions. I mean, Picard was pretty good, but I would say Strange New Worlds is so good. It's so good across the board. They have some weird wonky episodes once in a while, but it's good. This is great, though. David Campbell even says 6 to 8 episodes is normal. The stills don't tell you much, though, Mike, but do you think that the second season will have as much of a bang as the first season?
Yeah, man. There's still so much juice left in that plum is the thing. Like, that's one of the things we're seeing adaptations of video games, like, because for years, Brian, for 30 years, they couldn't make a decent video game adaptation to save their lives.
Oh, boy.
No one in Hollywood could do it. I mean, some of us are real apologists for the original Super Mario Brothers movie. We love it.
Dude, so good. It's good.
But
it's horribly good.
Mario and Luigi in a Blade Runner universe for some reason. But no, I mean, every episode. And was so funny. And like the other secret sauce in this damn series, Brian, Kyle MacLachlan. Come on, dude.
So good, right? So good.
I just want as much of him as Hollywood will give me, because he's like, he hits that pitch perfect dramatic and like comedic in a way that like only him and Jeff Goldblum I think really understand.
Oh yeah!
You know what I mean?
I agree. So good. And everything he does is it's like Jeff Goldblum's kind of like himself in a lot of things as he is, but it's like this great aura, this essence, he embodies the character with all of the joy that he has filled from his inner self. It's amazing. I like him. He's so good. I like how Atlanta 76. I'm a Mario. Ha ha. Hey, yes.
It's me.
Mario. Also, David Campbell. Yeah, Alien episodes. Have you watched Alien yet, Mike? Alien Earth. Have you checked that out on FX? Dude.
No, it's on FX? No.
So good. Timothy Oliphant's great. I watched the first 2 episodes are out. It's about an alien ship crashes on Earth in the future here, and then all of a sudden,
I'm adding this to my list right now because I can't.
It's so good. David Campbell said it too. It's so good. I watched the first episode. I'm like, I knew they spent a lot of money on it. They were shooting it around the time we were having the strikes, and I knew they spent a lot of money on it. I could tell. It's like I kept hearing more and more about the production value. And that first episode's so great. And I'm like, will it dip off in the second episode? It doesn't. It still stays true to that production value. So it's great. The aliens look awesome. They actually
the Alien Extended Universe is getting pretty big.
It is, man.
Because I remember there was that other series that didn't like directly deal with a lot of the alien stuff, but still took place in that Ridley Scott universe.
Prometheus, also Covenant. Yeah. They fell into that world.
Where they were kind of like they were terraforming a planet, and there were the kids that were being raised by the androids.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of that series, but I love that. I love that series too. So yeah, I'm really you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What was that?
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves. There you go. There you go.
That's in the Alien universe too. So yeah, this is great. Just added to my just watch list.
Check it out, man.
Something that
It's
that's
on
something
Hulu.
that won't be on my wife Lynn's radar. So when she gets back here to where I am, she's going to be thirsty for some sci-fi.
Get in there, man. It's on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus. It's on FX. You can find it at all those places. So, dude, she's gonna be loving it.
Talk about this. This is Fallout is dystopian sci-fi, which is like exactly what we need right now. Please keep pumping this into my mind. Like,
keep giving us more.
I wonder because there's not going to be any like drop in viewership in this second season. If anything, like how crazy good the first season was is just going to ramp up the word of mouth, and it coming out over the over the holidays. I think everybody's going to be watching it and talking about it, and kind of with just having the smaller, like it's a weekend watch.
Yeah,
a weekend and you're done.
You're right through it.
I'm probably gonna rewatch the first season, just to get to.
Dude, I would rewatch the first season too. I would love to watch it again, right? Get back into it again because it's been a while. It's been like a year. It's been easily a year. What's up, Thumper? Good to see you. And KI2, welcome back, Thumper. KI2, thank you. In Atlanta 76, I'm always rocking a suit. It's my thing. I'm always rocking a suit. I do it out here. I do it on cruise control over the U to the webs, U to the tubes, I should say. The U to the tubes. I'm not supposed to say that together. So the U to the tubes.
Hey, I got a quick U to the tubes. Me to the tubes.
The me to the tubes.
I'm asking. I just wanted to know the chat. Have you guys all watched the first season of Fallout? And if you have or you haven't, have you played any of the video game series either? Because it's a pretty impressive adaptation. They definitely pulled a lot of, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of changed, but they really used just.
David Campbell says, yes, he played the games. And David Campbell, you really liked the first season too. I know you were saying, right? I never played the games, but I just love the narrative. I love the story. It makes me want to play the games, honestly. Atlanta says it's on my list. Yeah, it's on my list. You need to check it out, Atlanta 76. It's good. With the second season coming, maybe you wait until December and then watch it all straight through, or maybe you start in November and start watching it then and the new episodes drop. Or maybe you watch in December, so then once the episodes are dropping, a bunch of them build up a little bit, so you're not over, you're not like waiting like, I want more, right, Mike?
These are all solid recommendations for watching tactical regimens. I support all of these methods.
If they make a biopic about the oil man, who should play him? KI2 asked. Ooh, who would play the oil man? Jonathan Majors. Oh.
Nice.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself right there. Binging is great there, Atlanta. It really is. Thumper, are you still there? We're talking about your person, the oil man right here. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know. I don't know who else would play the oil man. I don't know. Like they might get a young kid, which would be fine. I'd be fine with that.
I just let this slide by, no pun intended, a second ago.
Yeah.
I don't know who the oil man is, Brian.
Oh man, he's the guy that come on. He bought all the oil across all the baby oil across all the nation.
Oil man.
The oil man, yeah.
The oil man.
He's the oil man. Oil man. We can't say his name or it kills the algorithm, Mike, unfortunately. Kills the algorithm immediately.
That's more fun referring euphemistically anyway.
Right? It always is. It always is.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So I have fun with that too. It's like you can't say the man in the house that's white. You can't say his name at all. Either that kills the algorithm. So we call him 45, 47 sometimes, or I got to find out a name. I got to think of a name. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas for 45, 47, let me know. We'll roll with that too, guys. We got to figure it out. Things come up in the news, entertainment news too. You got to be able to address these people without, killing the algorithm here from the AI algorithm on TikTok. That's all I'm saying. But I can't wait for this. Can't wait for it.
It's kind of a light release. Like all they're really doing is reminding us that it exists and there's going to be more of it.
I kind of like Uncle Donnie. Uncle Donnie, Atlanta 76 said.
He's a creepy uncle.
I haven't watched Fallout, KI2 said, but is that guy from Twin Peaks? Yes, 100% from Twin Peaks, right? He's so good. And he's like, it's a post-apocalyptic world, and there's all these bunkers, and they're getting on the bunker. They're finding out that people actually survived, but they're all changed quite a bit. But I mean, like,
we didn't even talk about, and you got Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins,
who's another one. In addition to Pedro Pascal and some of the other people we were talking about having a great year, Walton Goggins, he's loving life right now.
He's been doing fantastic. He just keeps popping up and popping up.
Promos too, like he's talking to people everywhere, like just and he's doing kind of a weird actor, like, oh, like we're having so much fun, like the art, we're getting all artistic with it. Which, you know, I can appreciate. It's a little silly, but I love the guy. There's no question he's doing the best work he's ever done. So,
did you see his Goggins commercial or Goggles commercials?
No, was that SNL or something?
No, he just has these commercials. It's just on YouTube and stuff. He's like, my Goggins goggles are doing fantastic. And I'm like, what is he even doing right now? They're just having fun. They're just having fun, you know?
Wearing his Goggins goggles, yeah.
I can't even say it.
Where can I get a pair?
I like that Atlanta 76. Where can you get them? I don't know. Hopefully someplace at a nearby Walmart, Target, Meijer, maybe if you're in Michigan. I don't know. Get those Goggins goggles all day long, guys. But this is a great series. I can't wait for it. I'm happy we got an announcement for it. I know they're talking about getting into season 3 already. I'm happy this is here. Tax incentives are here. We'll talk about more about tax incentives today too. But they are making some moves back to LA slowly. But also there is some big moves leaving the country too. We're going to talk about that today as well. Craziness, guys. But Mike, happy to have you. Guys, watch Fallout. Fallout's coming December. Can't wait for Fallout, guys. But we got a lot to talk about, guys. So I swear I can see Pedro on one more project. Oh, I know, KI2. One more project. To the moon. Pedro won't stop, can't stop. He's like, pay me, don't shave my mustache. It's time for some breaking news. Guys, a sad thing, but Terrence Stamp has passed away. We briefly mentioned this yesterday. I mean, it's such a legacy, his career. Of course, I always go to Superman. You know, I always go to Superman. And just like, he was such a talent. But he's been in so many projects. His IMDb page is like 87 projects throughout his career. And of course, he was in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. But he passed away at 87 years old. He actually had like a sequel to Priscilla in development right now that he was supposed to do, but unfortunately it's pre-production. So I don't know how far they got, but when you're in pre-production, a lot of times there's no filming, there's nothing like that happening. So probably have to do some rewrites, so they're probably going to change that. But we did lose a legend. And he passed away on Sunday morning. And I got to tell you, I love him. And I got to say, what he left for the Superman legacy, it was just so great. But he was so great in everything, Mike. And it just bums me out. You know, we lost another great. It just bums me out. He was awesome, right?
So it's always sad. I'm trying to think of. I mean, obviously, I recognize him from Superman. I'm looking at some of his other stuff. Aha, Chancellor Valorum in Phantom Menace. That's
Phantom Menace.
His face from. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just popped up in like a million things. Like when you go through his.
He seemed like he must have been a stage trained British guy then, right?
Yes, 100%.
He had that gravitas.
Yeah, he's like, but he did have like, especially his performance and everything he did, really like, it's almost like the theater people stand a little bit taller, keep their head up a little bit more, and they very direct, and then their crosses. That's what, as an actor, very direct. Like you land, you hit your mark, and you stay right there. You know, as opposed to like the regular film actors are like, oh, I'm floating around. I've got some marks over here. Oh, I'm gonna figure this out.
It's kind of not the same thing as what you would typically think of as like acting. Like, you know, it's a kind of naturalistic thing. It's a bigger than life Shakespearean Greek theater kind of thing. Seemed to be one of those guys.
Yeah, I think miss him. He was a massive talent
in the great beyond, playing King Lear, I'm sure.
Yeah, playing King Lear. I bet he will. I love him so much, man. But I also loved Ozzy Osbourne. And of course, we lost Ozzy. We talked about that not too long ago. Not that long since ago, Ozzy passed, but his documentary has actually been pushed. So there was this big documentary over the BBC. It was about, it was all leading up to the actual last Black Sabbath concert. They were doing a bunch of behind the scenes stuff with him and his family, and the rights were kind of going back and forth. BBC got it, and they were supposed to tell everything about like his Parkinson's, what he's been going through the past few years, the last concert, and actually is very it's sad, but it actually covered the end of his life. And they put the whole thing together. They're about to release it. It was supposed to release yesterday, actually, but BBC pulled it right now. So people are like, what's happening with that? The reason they actually pulled it is because they want to let a little bit more time sit between Ozzy's death and then actually releasing the documentary. They want to have a little more time for the family and for everybody else. So they're not just like pumping it right out. I think it's, of course, sometimes people release these things. They call them cash grabs. I think they want to make sure it doesn't feel like that. It wants to honor Ozzy and, and his legacy and everything he gave to rock and roll and, of course, metal. But Ozzy was a massive talent. Sharon! I loved Ozzy. I'll never forget Ozzy Osbourne. Like a lot of us won't. And I think that, it's probably a good thing they paused it for a little bit. But I know a lot of people were talking about it. It's amazing that they actually had all of this covered right now. But I honestly think when it came to Ozzy, I think he kind of knew this was coming. He stopped taking his medication for the concert for his Parkinson's. And when that happens too, I don't know if he went back on it, but it got him he was doing really bad during the concert. They had to strap him down because he was moving so much. He was in a lot of pain. So maybe this was just his way of being like, one more rock and roll, one more time out there, and then I'm going to go and sail into the moonlight. But it's sad, Mike.
He hung out well past his shelf life.
He did.
I think he'd be the first guy to tell you that. But it's interesting. This project was initially intended to be a series, though, right?
I think
starring him and his family and everybody.
Yeah, and then it kind of developed. They recut it and they rechanged it, and then it became a documentary.
They switched it over to a documentary. I wonder if that happened in the wake of his passing, or if, like, in the days coming up to it, they realized, like, oh yeah, this isn't going to be able to be a continuing program. We'll need to make it more of a one shot. The thing that's kind of surprising to me, I guess, is because I can understand wanting to give it time. Just
breathing
for out of respect of the family, as much for that as for anything else. But also, I mean, I think that there are a lot of people that are kind of, I think, culturally were mourning him a little bit. He was an incredibly large figure, so it's a little bit surprising that they waited until the day of the release, like the hours before the release.
Right. That's
that it not.
It's wild. You never usually get it pulled that like soon, So it must have been like a last minute Hail Mary. Maybe a family member called, or maybe like an executive was like, you know what? We're just not getting good traction for this. Let's pull it. There must have been some last minute.
I would hate to think that it's something as callous as the traction of you're like, it's not going to have as big of an impact now as it would.
I would hope not,
or whatever. I would think they're a sensitive family though too. Are they not?
Yeah, even like what's his one? He has a daughter that he doesn't really not involved much of the family stuff too, and she was kind of separate from all of it. She wasn't in the Osbournes, so I mean they definitely have, and it is a sensitive time. It's a sensitive time in general, so maybe they just felt like, let's just wait. I feel like I like to think that's just what it is. That maybe everybody's just overwhelmed about the whole thing. Like, you know what? It's also a good homage to him, though, too. It's also nice to put that out there, like a little thing about, like, in memory of him, too. What's up, Wheelchair Gamer? And King KI2 said, one thing about King Lear, I was rejected from the play back in high school. Oh, I'm sorry about that, KI2. You should have been King Lear. Come on. I'm upset about that for you, too.
Never too late.
Never too late. You're right, Mike. It can still happen. Good to have you, everybody. Guys, like, follow, share as always. Thank you so much for being here. Your Entertainment Nation on TikTok. It's just hopefully they get it out there, because I think this would be a cool thing to see. The last days, if you're an Osbourne fan, if you're a Black Sabbath fan, I think you're going to love seeing this, because again, this is him being a part of this, interviews, all of that leading up to the last days of his life. He passed away a fortnight after the concert. It was not that long after, It's a sad thing, man. I love Ozzy Osbourne. Crazy. Yeah. So
let's hope the family is, taking the time that they need, because doubtless when this thing does come out, there's going to be another massive outpouring of love to them. So,
I agree. Ozzy Osbourne, another great guy, another great gone. He did have a great life, but it's still always, for me, gone too soon. But the tax incentives were gone too soon from California, but they're back finally, guys. We've been talking about these tax incentives quite a bit, because now we got that $750 million tax incentive. We used to have like $300 million out here. We've more than doubled it in California to help to incentivize all the work coming back to LA. And the last one actually ran up with Ryan Murphy, got the last amount in the last one, like $40 million for his projects. But Ryan Murphy's been doing a lot here in California, producing a lot of content. He's actually one of the only producers that have been filming stuff for a lot. I mean, we have some productions like Mr. and Mrs. Smith is coming back now. They're getting a big chunk of that new tax incentives that's actually lining up now. But Deadline actually reported that letters of approval have gone out to all these production companies that wanted, again, tax incentives yesterday. So now we're going to start finding out who's going to be filming here. More jobs will be coming back here. There was a rumor that like 44 or 45 productions were supposed to start here in Los Angeles and bring more work back. The problem is, I still say about these tax incentives is they only have to shoot here for a limited amount of time. I would hope it to be like the majority of your shoot days have to be here, not a minimum amount. I think that causes problems. That has people come here, they shoot for a week or so, get the tax incentives, and then leave state. I don't think that's right. This is something we got to look into more because I keep hearing the amount is like very small, like 7 to 12 days that they actually have to shoot in California. Some people shoot for like 3 or 4 days before their tax incentives and they would leave, which is not like enough to actually
that sucks.
solidify
That's
that
so
as
bad.
I know, Mike, this is one thing that nobody talks about. They don't talk about it. And when I hear this, I'm like, oh yeah, the tax incentives. Well, I want to see what the new ones actually say. Did they change that number? Did they update it? We don't have much clarity on that as it is. And that's what the worst part about the tax incentives are. They should be the majority of your shoot days, especially in Los Angeles.
We gotta get you into that SAG president office, Brian, because this shit wouldn't fly.
It would not fly. No, it wouldn't fly. I'd be like, no, this is not what we're doing here. This is ridiculous. Like, why are you giving these people millions and millions of dollars and they're not actually giving the jobs back here? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. And but nobody says the quiet part out loud. They put the big number, oh, this much millions and millions of dollars, but they don't say like the red tape, the small numbers, the fine print. And I would be speaking about all that too. I'm talking to everybody about it. That's what we need here in California. We need it in the United States, so too.
The tagline is, "Oh, we're spending all this money to bring productions back to LA."
Yeah,
but we're really only bringing back a small part of
portion
individual production. Like that's not nearly as good of a deal for LA.
And there's loopholes where they have their production office here. And because the production office is here, technically you are based out of Los Angeles, you're based out of California, and then they shoot only so many here and they bolt. They bolt and they get that money and they laugh all the way to the bank. And like nobody calls it out. The corruption is horrible. It's horrible. Wheelchair Gamer was a good weekend for box office. I agree, it was Wheelchair Gamer. Weapons made like $25 million this weekend. It opted. I mean, their production budget was like $32 million, so they've already made like over like $100 million. It's a great big win for Weapons. Also Nobody 2 did great at the box office too. I mean, it made like $9 million, but still that's a low budget thing, and that was only the streaming before as well. We need a sitcom on an epi guy, like a dark humor genre that's called The Island or something. That's what KI2 says. Hey, you know what? Oh, you're talking about the Epi Files. Oh yeah, the Epi guy. That's
the Island.
Epi Island. I like that. I like the Epi Island. A dark comedy.
Very dark sitcom.
Super dark. KI2.
Child trafficking sitcom.
Woo.
Okay.
Maybe it's just him and his friends hanging out, Mike.
Yeah.
Him and his young, super young friends. But the taxes, I want to talk about this more too later. We'll talk about some Marvel stuff. But like Kevin Feige officially said today too, that all the productions are being pulled from Atlanta and going to the UK. So now officially all Marvel is not going to be in the United States. Today is the day that came out too. And he said it a few weeks ago being like, yep, we got this 5-year deal with the UK with, of course, Pinewood Studios because they got open space. We got to get that open space while they have it now. So we signed up for 5 years bringing all our productions to the UK. So goodbye, Marvel.
I mean, Brian, I won't harp on this. I'm not a big lover of the whole tax incentive structure. I get it because it's a challenging game, and you're kind of playing against everybody for what scraps exist. Although they're not scraps, they're massive chunks of meat. But what you end up battling is you're giving things like what I was looking at. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right? So they give $22 million to Amazon to make movies. Like, you're not giving this money to the working class. You're funneling this movie upward, and you're battling against the other people on the ground for the scraps that the hyper wealthy will throw to you. because that's with all these merger deals that are happening in Hollywood, like it's really just money being funneled upwards into a fewer and fewer number of hands, and having us battle on the ground for tax incentives to say, oh, who will come, who has the best infrastructure, who has the best tax incentives, like is just us fighting against the common man rather than over who can be, I don't know, exploited. It feels exploitative. I'm not saying my point correctly.
It does, because it's a game. It's the problem. It's become a game because other other countries are just like, we'll just give them this big break, and now it's like now we have to do that too, and then it became a massive game where it's like just give the studios, let them make more money.
It's the exact same thing as like tax havens, for example, Brian, like Ireland or other places around the world. You're allowed to just go, and if you plant your massive media organization there, because they give you advantages, you're a global corporation, like you're operating around the globe. It's exploitative. I'm not smart enough to break it down in a trickier way.
The problem is it's been so can you hear me? It's been so ingrained in Hollywood. Okay. That's the problem. And because it has been, because they've been doing it for a long time. And so that's what it is. And they're just expecting it. So it's just unfortunate. It bums me out. It keeps happening. But that's why people are like, well, give us a fair tax step and we'll stay. Wheelchair Gamer too. Yeah, there was a big thing that happened. Wheelchair Gamer where Doomsday had Robert Downey Jr. had, well, he was not happy with his photo double. I was going to talk about that later, too. And so he was arguing. They're getting massive reshoots. He didn't like what was happening with Doom. They're going to reshoot a bunch of stuff. So, and I think that photo double was fired. So, yeah, I think that's what happened. So, it's craziness, man. We'll talk about that more later, too. Wheelchair Gamer, if you're still there. And also KI2. We'll talk about a little bit too. Thank you for being here, guys. But yeah, I'm just saying it's exploitative. The tax incentives suck, man. It's a horrible structure that needs to change.
Do you think that this will actually bring any significant quantity of work back to Los Angeles?
I think it will. They're talking about some things like, TV shows. Some are going to come back, but I don't know. Like, I have to wait and see. I have to see how much of it is that like a few days and they're out, and what is going to be like, oh, we're going to keep going for, into longevity. Like something like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that'll probably shoot here, but will that do more than a second season? You know what I mean? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Like you want to bring back the main butter here. We got to get back the big shows like the NCISs and you got to bring back all the Law and Orders. You got to get all those kind of things that have like mass, like American Horror Story was to go on there. It's the end anyways. We got to get some of those big shows that have like longevity, like long seasons to come back. And then, get movie directors to come back too and start filming stuff here as well. That'd be a big way to help the business, but we got to get those people to actually come back, That's what it is. But it's hard to get them to come back. It just is. Because, again, cheaper other places.
Years ago in the UK, you'd say, man, the UK is 15 years, 10 years behind the United States in terms of, like, the quality of audiovisual media that they could put out. But since I want to say, like, around Sherlock, they've had the infrastructure to support AAA properties. So, like, that is competition, not even to mention like the stuff coming out of South Korea, although they probably won't be in the same competition. But
that's just like a buyout. Netflix just buys that and puts it out there.
Things are catching up.
Yeah,
elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, they're catching up. Man, I gotta tell you, something else that I caught up was with the Ketamine Queen, because she finally is going to go to jail, it sounds like, guys. The Matthew Perry thing was sad to me, Mike, too. I think a lot of us, it's so sad. The fact that he was like, he passed away way too young. He was dealing with all of his, again, trying to get away from all the drug abuse throughout all the years of his life. He was finally felt like he was clean. And then he's got these people around him who are just like they're pretty much just, honestly, I don't even say taking advantage of him, but they're pretty much just like feeding into his demons, just feeding into his demons and making money off his demons. And then they did until he passed away. But now Jasveen Sagna, who was better known as the Ketamine Queen, she admitted finally, she's the last one of all this reign of people. She finally admitted to, again, giving ketamine to Matthew Perry and distributing all the hardcore disassociative drugs to him. So now she has officially pleaded guilty, like the doctors have, and so now we're going to find out what's going to happen to her. Again, her sentencing will be coming up. I think it makes sense that she finally did. Everybody else did and said, yes, this happened. We gave all the doctors the prescriptions and all that. She entered the plea deal, and now because of that, she could have a maximum of 20 years in federal prison on drug-involved premises count, up to 10 years in federal prison for each ketamine distribution count, up to 15 years in prison for each count of distribution. So I'm talking about being locked away for a long, long time, theoretically. We'll see what happens. But I think this is justice for Matthew Perry. And I can't even imagine, like, what up, Thumper? Good to see you. I think it's justice for Matthew Perry. And, the guy had demons, man. And, maybe he did want some of this stuff, but these people, like, took advantage of him. They really did. Of him when he was at his weakest. And they kept giving him more and more, and they were laughing about it. They were laughing about it in their text messages. Did you see some of that stuff? They were,
I saw gross. Some of it. Some of their signal chat got leaked, and they were like, you better delete this. Like, you do not want the police getting a hold of your signal chat where you say, we need to delete all this stuff immediately.
Yes, you do not want that. Not at all. Not once. Thumper, 10K at the casino. Thumper lost 10K at the casino. Don't do that, Thumper. Don't lose your money. What's up, Raven? Good to see you.
You're a big player, Thumper, man. Could you afford to lose that much, man?
I would think after all the oil, you'd have no money for that, right, Mike? Because their name is Oil Thumper. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Mike.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's the oil. It facilitates the thumping. I got it.
Yes, you know what I mean. No, I'd imagine you're Thumper blacked out. Oh, yeah, crippled by debt. I get that, but you got to be careful about those casinos because those casinos will just like suck the money out that you even have. They're not kind there at all. They're not kind. Just like the ketamine queen was not. And I gotta tell you, thank you, Raven. The ketamine queen was insane. It's insane to me, but at the end of the day, I think this is justice for Matthew Perry. And the fact that she pleaded guilty, now we do know that everybody, that whole reign of people are going to go to jail, it sounds like. Because, again, they just made that signal gate with all them. I can't believe that, man. The signal thing with their whole, all the doctors and her, like, making fun of it. It's sad. It's just sad, man.
What do you think sentencing is going to look like for this? Because I got to think, especially if you're a doctor, nobody's making a plea deal for 20 years in a federal penitentiary. Like, you got to think you're doing way better than that if you're just pleading guilty. Do you have any idea?
Well, I mean, there's so many charges, like 15 years for this, 20 years for that, 15. I mean, I bet they give her, I mean, they could like simplify it and just give her 15 years, maybe 15 to 20 years. I bet she gets 15 to 20 years. No, she's not getting like 40 years.
I would never plead guilty in a situation where I might be put away for 15 years is the thing. But so anything, obviously this stuff is not going to stick to be served one after the other. And anything that she's sentenced to is going to be served concurrently. But man, it sounds like they must have her dead to rights if they're attacking her with all this stuff. I'm saying 10 years max, and that's at the out. I doubt she'll serve 10.
Yeah,
she'll serve 6 and she'll be out with good behavior.
Well, there we go. And that could happen too, Mike. I feel like that could have definitely happened for her. And then that happens to people all the time. They get out like that too. I'm sorry, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, message. That makes sense. Yes, Raven, I got you.
Exploitative. This is them, they're violating their Hippocratic oaths by engaging in this. But on the other end, it's not like, you got to presume that Matthew, if one doctor isn't playing ball, he's in LA. He can just go to another doctor that will play ball. Like, so I have some sympathy for doctors that, engage in this, thinking maybe they can do some sort of harm reduction with their patients. Obviously, I'm not privy to all these signal chats. Maybe it's a lot more nefarious than this, but like hard federal time just seems, I don't know, excessive for something that even if they're exploiting his weakness, he was still party to it. They were his demons.
So you think that some of these people could get off? Then you think I'm not getting off, but you don't think. I mean, the thing is, what comes down to, you're right, Mike. They'll probably end up doing something where they take it down and they'll probably get out early. But like, I feel like they're trying to make, like, California was really trying to make this a big thing. They were really trying to go after him hard. Then they sent in a bunch of people in to like investigate it and get all the information, and they waited on this. They really attacked him. So I feel like they're trying to make just trying to make an example out of these people too.
Yeah, they want to cut down on the whole Dr. Feelgood situation.
I feel like they do. We'll see what happens, but I think Matthew Perry, it's sad what happened to him. You're right. He was privy to a lot of it. I think he was taken advantage of, but he was privy to it. So we'll see if they get off a little bit. We'll find out. But I got to tell you that Queen is definitely not going to be having a honeymoon if she does go in, because it's not going to be that best for her if she gets locked away. But Honeymoon's coming, guys. Kevin Costner and Jake Gyllenhaal doing a project called Honeymoon. Are you guys excited about this at all? Honeymoon? What a wild premise, too. It's like Jake Gyllenhaal is like engaged to get married. Apparently, he loses his wife 2 days before the wedding. And so then his father-in-law to be and him go on the honeymoon instead. Is this a comedy? What is this? A dark comedy? I mean, you got Kevin Costner, you got Jake Gyllenhaal, which is like the weirdest combination to me as it is, right?
It's weird.
It's a weird combination. I'm like, these two together? I don't even get this. But okay, it's a script by Dan Fogelman, who, guys, has done a lot of comedies as well. So he's also worked with Ryan Murphy in that dark kind of dark American Horror Story world as well, but they've had some light comedy in there too. He's also worked on like Crazy Stupid Love, This Is Us, so there's also that kind of good heartfelt moments as well. So maybe it's about these two bonding over the loss of his daughter and his wife to be. But it's a weird premise. I love both these actors. I mean, Kevin Costner's got some problems these days, a little problematic at times. We've heard some riffraff about him before. Jake Gyllenhaal here, only great things about him completely. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he was great in that Presumed Innocent. What a great show. But a weird premise, Mike, a very weird premise. I'm just like, what is this? What is this? Like these two together? It's got to be like, it's got to be some lightheartedness about this. Like, it gotta be.
I just don't want Kevin Costner to be my father-in-law, man. Like,
I'd be scared, man. I'd be scared about that. I don't want to be my father-in-law either. I don't think anybody wants that.
So it's so crazy coming out of Dan Fogelman, who's written a bunch of stuff for like Pixar, right? He wrote Cars, he wrote Bolt, he wrote Tangled. So he's written for Disney too, like. But you got to think that these are the kind of scripts that, you know, they take place in rooms. They don't need any giant purple aliens or galactic kaijus to come and demolish cities, right? You film this over a couple of long weekends at the lake house, right? Like, so you're not taking millions and millions of dollars of post-production. So I think it's probably one of those scripts that you get in the hands of people that they're actors too. They want to act, right? They don't just want to do all this tentpole shit or like, you know, white hat cowboy kind of westerns. Like they want to do character studies and like interesting situations. So I'm trying to think of these movies. I feel like there was like in the early 90s, you'd see more crazy movies like this.
It might be just like a feel good type movie though too, Mike. Maybe like a good road trip type movie of like two people just bonding over drama and bonding over, you know, like love and loss. And you're saying Cars, you're saying Pixar movies. A lot of that has that drama, that love, that heart, that soul, and it could be something just as simple as that. And I just can't see Kevin Costner doing this kind of movie. I mean, it's been a long time. He did do Field of Dreams. So like, he's been back in the day. He did some feel-good stuff back in the day, but it's been a long time. He's been that rugged kind of like Western man for so long. What's up, J.E.? That strawberry cake mint. He's excited about that strawberry cake. Yes, J.E. He's calling this... oh, never mind. You're funny, J.E. I gotta watch what I say in this chat sometimes out loud. I found that out just a little bit ago. I'm learning, guys. I'm sorry, Raven. But hopefully that doesn't hurt us. But I'm gonna tell you this too. Like, it could be a feel good movie, Mike. Give these guys a feel good movie. But Jake Gyllenhaal also seems like the most rugged guys for a rom-com, doesn't it? Like, if it was Ryan Reynolds in like, I don't know, Ryan Gosling, I'd be like, okay, the Ryans are together. This makes more sense. Or maybe like maybe you put in, let's think about this, Eugene Levy as the dad, and then you put in, I don't know, Shia LaBeouf. I would be more about that, maybe. I don't know.
See, that makes a little more sense. It seems like their kind of project.
It's a fascinating thing. Honeymoon too.
I hope we get more of the story as to how this happened. Because have they been wanting to work together on a project? for a long
I've never
time?
seen anything about that. This was just came out yesterday, a big release about it, and they just left it at that. No details really about the plot beyond what we told you today about the honeymoon thing. So, yeah, about
They're both
losing the
heavy
wife.
hitters. They're both heavy hitters that can be working on whatever they want. I mean, maybe their paychecks are going to be the whole budget of this movie, but I have to think that they're doing it because it's something that they want to do. And the screenwriter is a technically competent screenwriter, so
Yeah.
it could be that it's actually just interesting script. So we'll find out, I guess.
We'll find out. We'll keep you guys posted. J.E. said, or make that a road trip turn horror like The Hills Have Eyes. Ooh, I can see that. Or the Texas Chainsaw. I mean, that'd be fun. But I think these two are. Can you imagine those two in something like that? These two? Can you imagine? J.E. I mean, I would like to see it. I'd be interested.
Have we seen
different?
We've seen some comedy from Jake Gyllenhaal. Have we seen much comedy from Costner?
I don't think so.
I can kind of see it though, because he does that thing where he's like seems like he's taking himself like a little bit over seriously, and I think probably maybe I don't know, as he advances in years, if he isn't able to turn that perspective on himself and take himself a little less seriously by playing because if you're the father-in-law, obviously you got to play the heavy to some degree.
You do. You have to have that like stern kind of, oh, I'm scared of him kind of presence, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what they're kind of going, oh, my father-in-law, the father-in-law. I mean, Jessica Biel did it when she was in a Christian show at the time. Oh, she did? I didn't know that. J.E. Welcome back, J.E. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll see, Mike. We'll see. It's a fun premise. It's a little bit more lighthearted than we've been talking about before, so I like some lightheartedness.
You catching this one in the theater?
This is probably going to go direct to the streaming. Come on, let's be honest. This is going to streaming. This is not something I'm going to catch in the theater. You're going to catch in the streaming next to, of course, Christmas Cranks, I don't know, and Holiday Hoodwinks, and I don't know. Maybe some Better Call Saul.
Holiday.
I want to see some Better Call Saul. What do you think about this, Mike? So Better Call Saul, maybe coming back, maybe. I don't think it's going to come back, but there's, everyone's always asking about this because it did so great. Breaking Bad did so great, and so recently in an interview talking about the whole Breaking Bad universe, about Vince Gilligan and also about Peter Gall, like, is there a chance it can actually come back? And we were having this conversation with Bob Odenkirk. I always butcher his name. He was talking about this, and he's like, I appreciate the role. It turned my life around. It gave me more than just a part of anything I've ever done. It gave me an experience. Vince Gilligan and Peter Gall, they created this show. They are some of the best writers I've ever worked with. If they think they want to do something else, then I'm going to be there. Of course I'm going to be there. I would love to do that. But he also said that he thinks they turned the page on that already. They've done a whole different, they've had so many seasons of this. We ended Breaking Bad. We ended the El Camino stuff over on Netflix too. So a lot of these movies, all this franchise, I think is probably done. And I think he's probably true when he's saying this too. I can't imagine any world where they go back to it. Then again, shows do come back. But after he had his whole spin-off series already and they ended it the way they did, I feel like it's done. I can't imagine we do any more. And if people want to see it, then, maybe they would do some more Breaking Bad. But I think that he'd only come back if a Breaking Bad thing happened again. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anybody else wants to touch on that franchise anymore. I think they want to be over with it. I think they like it where it sits. They don't want to ruin the history of it. Seventh Heaven. Maybe they'll bring that back. You never know. What's up, Cody? Radams.
One of the truly great TV drama endings. You'd never feel that good or feel that settled, that finished and complete coming out of a series like I did coming out of Better Call Saul.
Would you want to see more of that, Mike, or you think it should just be left alone?
What I want to see is a cruise control show blog, right? Where all I'm doing is I'm monitoring people that are on podcasts that are doing their promotional tours. And then anytime I hear a big star like Bob Odenkirk say, oh yeah, there's no way in hell that's going to happen, I'll write up a little article that says, is he coming back to make Better Call Saul another season? And I'll just, plaster that all over the internet. No, this is ridiculous. This is how we get media. This is how we get media. And I mean, I listen to podcasts all the time too. I love that. But like, just turning turning offhanded comments of course he'd love to do more of it. He loved the experience. He had a great time. He had an awesome collaborative, creative collaboration with Vince Gilligan. Like, by all accounts, they had a terrific time, and he loved doing the character. And he's trying to expand what he can do dramatically too. I mean, I haven't seen Nobody 2 yet. I'm looking forward
I hear
to
it's
that,
great. I hear it's great. Yeah.
The first one. I like the first one a lot.
Yeah, the first one was great. But I love that they actually went to theaters. The second one too. They gave it a chance actually in theaters to have an opportunity. Which because before easily could have done streaming again. Easily could have done that again. There's
no way in hell they're making any more Better Call Saul. It's just not going to happen. It was so satisfying. The ending. Yeah. I just remember loving that.
I agree, Mike. I think they just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yes. And I think at the end of the day, I think people will be like, you know what? Don't tarnish this.
Point
Don't
well
tarnish
made.
This. Yeah. But anyways, I don't think it's happening, guys. All these interviews go nuts like this too, Mike. People want to see it. They just want to speculate and go crazy about it. Like people have been speculating about what's going to happen with the new Basic Instinct that's going down. And Sharon Stone weighed in on that, guys. The dog, yes, Jay, Pep Star appears. He appears once in a while. But Sharon Stone was talking about the new Basic Instinct. If it goes the way the one that I was in, she said, I would just say, I don't know why you do it. I mean, go ahead. She says, go ahead, try. Good beeping luck, she says. Good beeping luck. Because she's like, I just don't see it working out like you guys think it will. I agree. There's no point to touching Basic Instinct. I think we just leave it at that. Like Saul, leave it, let it be, let it lie, let Basic Instinct be. That was of its time, of that generation, and we're done. We tried it. We're over. We're done. It worked. It was the best it could be. That's what I say, Mike. The best it could be. Let it lie. And Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone. I was talking about this last night too. Sharon Stone actually wants to play Phyllis Diller in a biopic. And apparently Phyllis Diller and her were friends before she passed away. And they actually sat down one day and Phyllis was like, you're going to play me one day in a biopic, so you need to learn my laugh. And they just sat there and they just worked on her laugh as they went over, like they were drinking wine or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, they sound like they're getting stoned.
They were having a good time, and as Jay says, a flop like Cruel Intentions. I think Cruel Intentions flopped pretty bad too over on Amazon. This would probably flop too. I feel like it would, because you can't recreate that energy, that magic, and no one's going to do what Sharon Stone did back then. Not going to do it. And we got kids out there. We're not going to do it. It's funny. This is kind of
who is interested in this? Who wants this to happen?
Nobody.
The Basic Instinct extended universe? Like, I mean, a lady crosses her legs 35 years ago. Like, it can have it's run.
And an angel gets its wings. You know what I mean? Yeah. And flies to the future and says, "Let's make another movie." No, I don't want to see it.
I don't know that it has the legs or the interest to sustain a whole new production. I am interested in the article that you sent, Brian. Sorry. And here's the mic. I'm not using this mic, but this is the mic that goes
from there. I'm like, what do you got there?
So like big Q-tip.
That's a massive.
As a wand is
that how they make Q-tips over there in Portugal?
I'm using it as a wand to gesture. But it is funny that in the article that you sent that what the author is commenting, saying like, hey, don't say I'm too old to be writing horny scripts. He said there's a tiny man inside my mind that stays 29 years old forever.
Yeah. And I am writing those scripts. They're right there. We're gonna make that happen.
So good for him. He's gonna get a bonk. You're going to horny jail, dude.
And J.E. Campbell was here earlier. I think we lost Campbell. I don't know where he pieced out. He was here a little while ago. And J.E.'s calling that the TikTok spoon. The TikTok spoon. Nobody wants to see this, Mike. Like, I don't think anybody wants to see Bella Ramsey as Spider-Man. But Bella Ramsey wants to be Spider-Man. When she was asked if she would follow the same steps as Pedro Pascal, because they were cast members on The Last of Us. She was asked, well, what character would you play if you got to join the MCU? Are you talking to Marvel at all? And she's like, I don't know about that. I could be Spider-Man. And then she's like, but I like Tom Holland. He does a great job, but I could be Spider-Man. What do you guys think? I'd be Spider-Man. And people are going nuts online. They're like, Bella Ramsey as Spider-Man? Nobody, what are you thinking? What are you doing? I think this is just like her just having fun with the people out there too. Like, of course, she's not going to play Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man. There's a lot of hate against The Last of Us too about the whole thing where she said like, I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna be a husband. You know, that thing came online. So I think people are just like hating on her even more because now she's saying she wants to be Spider-Man. She might be trolling people too. Yep, Pedro's back up, J.E. Might be trolling people too by saying that too. And of course, Tom Holland's back for like 4 more movies as Spider-Man. He's not going anywhere. He's here to stay. And her saying this, I think it's just a fun little PR. And maybe she wants to play Spider-Man, but she's not really being honest or serious about it. Like anybody else that just says in an interview.
On her vision board. He's got to breathe it into reality.
Spider-Man. Bella Ramsey wants to be Spider-Man.
So, Brian, I haven't talked with you about this. Did you watch the second season of Last of Us?
I did, yes, 100%.
Because Bella Ramsey, they took a lot of heat for their performance in the second season. They were really good in the first season, and I haven't seen it, so I wasn't sure how much of that is warranted versus how much of it is just the internet picking on somebody who's a little different.
That's what it is. The internet does pick on people that are different. They just love to do that too. And what Bella was doing in that, I think Bella did a fantastic job, like overall in both seasons. Bella was fantastic. I just think that, people want to find ways to hate. The Pedro Pascal thing that happened in that season, I know it happens in the video games, but I think it happened way too soon. And because of that happening way too soon, people just were spiraling. They could have waited till they could have filled, these are TV shows. We take liberties. Make that the finale of the season and actually have more about their relationship and building up and introducing Abby. And she doesn't have to be there right away. Abby can get your way there. And then people, I think, would have loved that season even more. But I think people want to hate on Bella because you're right. Probably because Bella's not fitting into that natural little block cube that people want to find people to be in. That's it, Lace's other than the zombie chase scene. The zombie chase scene, that's Kruse homework, LOL. What's the Kruse homework? What am I talking about here? I didn't really like the second season. The second season was, a lot of people didn't, Lacey. A lot of people didn't. Abby ruined it for me. And that Florence Pugh was, I would say Florence Pugh was up for Abby as well, and she turned it down. And I think that would have been interesting, but she also wouldn't have fit into the Abby character as well. She's like 5'2", fits in my pocket, very attractive, very talented, but doesn't fit Abby. You know what I mean? I think people have gone crazier about her too if they would have been cast her. I don't know. But, Bella saying that they want to be Spider-Man is just, it's just fun. That's what
they're screwing around. Like, that sounds like I'm sick of doing promos. So yeah. I'll just answer however, because if it's not that, then it sounds completely delusional, which Spider-Man. I don't think is the case. I think you're like, yeah, let me play Spider-Man. That's what I want to play.
Mm-hmm. That's it, Spider-Man. And then Abby ruined it for Lacey, and they rushed it because Pedro from other projects. That could have been too. Pedro had other projects to do. He had Fantastic Four. He's got Mandalorian. He was shooting Mandalorian Grogu. That's coming out, I think, this next summer in 2026. He's also been up, he's rumored to be up for, he's got that cellist movie he's doing where he's playing a cellist in Los Angeles. He's got a bunch of projects coming up. Flop 4. Everybody keeps saying Flop-tastic 4. But Bella's just, I feel like just throwing something at the wall. That's it. Sometimes you get asked a question, you just say something ridiculous. And be like, Brian, if you're going to play a Marvel hero, who would you play? I'd be like, I don't know. If I said Batman, people would be like, Batman? You can't play Batman. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
giving ridiculous responses to questions on cruise control?
We never would do that.
We would never.
That's never not a thing.
Off the cuff like that. No.
That's not a thing. Not at all.
We're serious. We mean everything we say.
Yep. Yes. I'm as serious as a Sade Sink AI Spider-Woman picture. That's serious, guys. People go nuts about this too. People are like, oh, is this a Spider-Woman look? Is this Sade Sink? Is she Spider-Girl? Is she Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman? And it comes out to be AI. And of course it comes out to be AI. People love to use AI all the time and try to manipulate these things, make people think they're real. They're not real a lot of times. You can play Batman, huh? Do the voice. I'm Batman. I'm gonna be Rachel. That's all I think about when I hear about that too. Swear to me. I could maybe be serious like the gum sales. Yeah, I'm serious about selling that gum, J.E. I want to sell that gum all day. I'm selling gum today at 1 p.m. Trying to help people.
You're selling some gum,
Selling
Mr.
some
Kruse.
gum, selling some gum to make those gumballs appear in your.
That was a crazy choice.
Yeah, it was a crazy choice. Very crazy choice. Oh man, what a choice. But yes, at least I'm trying, Lacey. But Sade Sink, everybody saw these online speculation station started going crazy. Oh, they're like, oh, who's she gonna be? Gwen Stacy, Jessica Drew, or maybe another Spider-Woman character out there. And it's just like it came out as AI. And the AI stuff is always happening as we talk about this. Don't ever buy into the AI wagon. A lot of times it's just trying to manipulate the press and cause some drama and cause some conversations in the press. Like we're talking about it right now. Like a lot of people will be talking about it. So when I see it though, and I know it's fake, I know it's not real, I say it, I'm like, fake. If you guys are thinking it's real, like I was saying, I had somebody I was talking to, like a rep for SAG-AFTRA one time that was like, Titanic 2's coming. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, but I saw a trailer on YouTube. I'm like, no, you didn't. You saw, well, I know what you saw. It's not real. That's AI mixed with like other footage of DiCaprio and of course of I was gonna say Rose from Revolutionary Road, because they use that. Yeah, Kate Winslet. They use Revolutionary Road all the time. If you ever see any Titanic one, they're older in there. They're yelling at each other. They're in love. They're married. They use Revolutionary Road. They use it all the time. And then they cut in some.
How you gonna get fooled by Titanic 2? That's like the oldest joke in the world.
I don't know. I was just like. I love the girl. I love her. She's great.
Jack died. He drowned.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Internet's lying to us. Shocker. Yeah. Yes, J.E. Yeah. Jack is gone. Jack be gone. Jack be quick. Jack not coming back on the Titanic stick, guys. It's not going to happen. So at the end of the day, there's no Titanic 2. The AI stuff is crazy. The AI stuff happened with the Spider-Man thing. We talked about that. That was actually pretty cool. The AI Spider-Man sequence was pretty awesome. But it's not real. It's not real. Wasn't there a Titanic 2 on Tubi? There was a fake one. Yeah, there's a fake one. There's also adult versions too out there. We're not going to talk about those for the children here on TikTok. But it's a whole thing. I don't know. But casting matters a lot. I think Sade Sink's gonna be great in Spider-Man. I still think she's gonna be Mary Jane. I think she's gonna be the real Mary Jane. She's a redhead already. Why would she not be Mary Jane?
That's what I was gonna say. Is like how many natural redheads are there in Hollywood? Is the thing.
There's not a lot.
That's if it's natural, you're going to get cast as Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane.
Yeah, and then people are like, well, maybe she's not. And, you got the real. You already got MJ there. I'm like, but Zendaya's gonna leave. This will probably be Zendaya's last movie over there in Spider-Man because she doesn't want to be associated with Tom in a franchise like this anymore. She had this whole conversation about it, so she will only be here for so much. Yeah, she said that she doesn't want to do it anymore. She said she's sick of like the whole Spider-Man, her working together, the drama that happens on set. She wants her relationship separate, and so she doesn't want to be doing projects with him. So that's one thing. They cut her part down apparently in this one quite a bit. So I think this might be the last time we have Zendaya in these Spider-Man movies. So she could be a new multiversal Mary Jane that he falls in love with, and now Spider-Man actually has his MJ. Could happen, and J.E. says, remember what Jonathan said? There is hair dye. There is hair dye. You're right. They could dye her hair. Jonathan did say that. He's like, they could dye her hair. I'm like, they could dye her hair. We'll see. But casting goes a long way, Mike. And casting can change a show, can make a character, can break a character. Think if Adam Scott would have actually got to be cast in 6 Feet Under. That could have been a lot different trajectory for that series. But again, Adam Scott was up for Michael C. Hall's part in 6 Feet Under. And apparently they were the last 2 people up. I heard about this, like, what? Adam Scott? But Adam Scott was up for the character. Now, he didn't get it, of course. He said it almost broke his career. He said that he thought about quitting acting after that. But then after reflecting on it, he says, good that he didn't get it. He wasn't really ready. It wasn't nearly as good back then. He says, I don't think I've been as perfect as Michael C. Hall would have been. Which is kind of funny because they actually brought Adam Scott in at one point to play one of Michael C. Hall's boyfriends at one point in there, apparently. And so he did get to show up on the show and work with Michael C. Hall, right? So he did appear eventually at one point. I think that's kind of nice too to give him that opportunity. Have you been ever? I've been watching Dexter. Yes, I have, Lacey. I love it. So Zendaya's choice for the role cut sounds like Real Housewives when they get fired, but they say it was my choice. I love Zendaya would get fired though, J.E. I feel like Zendaya has that star power to be like, I'm stepping back. It feels like that. more than getting fired. But you never know. Actors say things sometimes, and we gotta believe them. We believe everything that actors say. We believe everything, and actors we trust. I'm an actor. I know. Actors always tell the truth. No, actors say they're retiring all the time. They're not. So, but this is interesting casting, and Dexter is so good right now, Lacey. Mike, you haven't watched Dexter yet, have you?
None of the new stuff, no.
Oh, the Resurrection's so good. It's so good. Lacey, I agree.
I'll get in there because I am doing a rewatch of the original series. So after I'm through with that, I'll get on all the new stuff. Is there any of the newer stuff I can skip?
You know what? You could probably skip the last season where he's hunting and he's living in a cabin in the woods.
Right. I caught a couple episodes of that.
It's not that great. You just probably watch the last episode and you'll be caught up. I mean, I can tell you right here Cliff Notes. He's in the cabin. Harrison finds him. There's somebody there. They're not sure if Harrison has urges or not. Dad, I love you. I love you, son. Oh no, there's somebody there taking out people. They stop. Harrison shoots Dexter. Done.
There you go. You just saved me like 8 hours.
Yeah. Batista shows up at the end too. Batista's clenching, or he thinks that there's something happening with Dexter. So this new season's so much better. But he apparently they think that he's done. They think that he gets taken out by Harrison in that season and New Blood. But he actually, I guess Michael C. Hall was doing an interview. He's like, "What if Dexter didn't die? What can we do with that?" Yeah, mm-hmm. There you go, Mike. I'm not acting, J.E. I'm telling the truth. I'm an actor that's telling the truth on Kickin with Kruse. Skip the last one. So boring, Lacey said. See? Lacey said so boring. It really is very slow. I mean, it's nice to see Deb back, but Deb is like, oh, Dexter. Oh my God, Dexter. What are we doing right now? Holy effing F, Dexter. You know, it's like, God.
She swears?
Oh, yeah, she
really?
Swears. Oh, yeah, right. I mean, like, because she's his conscience as opposed to Harry in that whole season. So it's a lot of Deb yelling at him. There's no Harry because Harry's gone. But now this new season, Harry's back. They don't even explain that Harry's just back there with him. He goes, the first episode, Mike, is so good. It's like Dexter in like a coma, and you get to see like him re-talking to all these different people from his past.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool what they did with that. My background went off again for some reason. Don't know why, Mike. But like, it's great. It's great. The cameos are amazing. I love the cameos in the first season of Resurrection.
What streamer is it on?
Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Lacey said the new one has great characters too. Oh yeah, the new characters are great. Peter Dinklage is awesome in this new season. I really like him. I love Uma Thurman, but for some reason she's weird to me in this season. I don't know why, but she's weird. Neil Patrick Harris was great. Kristen Ritter's great.
A lot of star power in here.
Yeah. What's his name? Dash Latano. I always butcher his last name. The Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad. He's great. Also Cam from Modern Family. I like him a lot in this too.
You know, Brian, you're the whole reason that they brought back this series.
It's true. We asked for it. We pushed for it with Harrison. I've been talking about it online. And Michael's like, tonight's the night. We're going to make it happen, Brian. We're going to make it happen. It has to happen. But dude, it's so good. Cam is so good. He really is, Lacey. Cam playing a serial person. It's crazy. It's crazy, Mike. It's like the role. It's like
serial person.
I don't know if I should say the K word. I feel like I'm being very. I'm being very iffy. Like we talked about something earlier that can cause a problem. Apparently, I'm like, oh boy, and so I'm just trying to be
okay.
It's weird. It's weird. So
you gotta be careful. We need a list then.
We need a list. We need a list. The avoidance list. I have to ask my agent for that avoidance list. So I just put that out to everybody right away. Because like somebody said something in the chat and I repeated it and she's like, don't worry, you can get banned. And I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I could get banned. I don't know if we get banned. Isn't that crazy? It'd be kind of funny if we got banned. I'm like, well, that was fun.
Well, it's annoying because they can have robots monitoring you know, like, and just do it live.
Mm-hmm.
Moderating.
Mm-hmm. And Lacey said, I need this list too. It's getting too long. Where's the list? Release the list. A lot of breaking news there, buddy.
Nice.
A lot of breaking news. I don't know. I kind of want to do hot takes. It was fun last time we did it, Mike. But
let's do it. Let's do it. We might as well. We got time to kill, right?
We got time. All right, guys. Here we go. It's time for some hot takes. for those hot takes. This is that time to put that 1 minute on the clock, and my guest and I sit back and we do some hot takes on all latest breaking news. It's 1 minute, talk about all 10 of those topics we just discussed in a very long format. We're going to talk about all that right now, and we're going to find out, guys, who has the best hot takes. We're just going to do hot takes for fun, guys.
It's a short format.
It's a short format hot takes. And yeah, YouTube list is a lot shorter. JE, I don't even know what the YouTube list is. I don't even care about it. I don't even talk about it. We just keep doing our thing. So who knows? Let's go to that wheel, guys. It's time. The hot takes. Who will go first, guys? Who will go first? Let's spin that wheel. I guess I'm going first. I guess I am going first, Mike. You went first last time, didn't you?
It's only fair. The wheel is just.
The wheel is just. The wheel is true. The wheel is no shenanigans for you guys. Not at all. Not at all. Let me pull this list up because I don't know what all the topics are. It takes so long to talk. We talk about, let's think about this different format. It takes so long we talk about it. I'm like, what were the topics again? All right, let's do this, guys. All right, guys. I'm going to make this happen. All right, Brian, are you ready for those hot takes? Yes, I am. All right. Without further ado, it's so weird, Mike. It's hot take time in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes. All right, guys. So Terrence Stamp, amazing actor. I love Superman, so great, guys. Also, Ozzy Osbourne will live as the rock and roll, the metal king of all them, and he will always live as being one of the best, guys. R.I.P. Ozzy and Terrence. Also, those tax incentives, bring work back to L.A. Say, you know what? Stop the UK. Bring that back. Let's demolish those soundstage. Tear them all down and bring all the jobs back to L.A. Also, that Ketamine queen, guys. You know what? Leave Matthew Perry, guys. I'm happy to get some justice. I'm so upset about Matthew Perry being gone. I love him so much, guys. Honeymoon, I'll watch this. Why now? It'll be interesting, guys. These two together, it'll be fun. Also, Bob Odenkirk, no more SAUL. It's not done. Best end, leave it alone. Sharon Stone, keep those legs crossed. No one else can do that, guys. Bella Ramsey, you cannot be Spider-Man. Maybe you can, maybe you won't. You're not going to be Spider-Man. It's again, Tom Holland's not relinquishing that crown anytime soon. Also, Sade Sink FAKE, guys. Be MJ all day for me and for the Spider fans out there. And Adam Scott. I don't look like Adam Scott. Do I look like Adam Scott? If I still look like Adam Scott. Do I look like Adam Scott? Dexter's better, guys. Let's check. Boom. Thanks, guys. Woo.
You got the great hairline, Brian. That's what you showed me.
I got something going on there. R.I.P. the Prince of Darkness. Shoot, I forgot. J.E. said about it's rigged. He says it was rigged. It's not rigged. I went first this time. J.E. It's not rigged. Not rigged. We proved it's not rigged today, Mike.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I trusted you.
Yep. Peppy?
No.
Not rigged. Not rigged. But
did
Pepsi.
You get the balloons and confetti and everything.
I didn't do it for myself. No, I didn't do it for myself.
You better have your finger on the button for me.
I'll do it for you. I'm not lying to you, man. I'm not lying to you.
All right.
Loose lips sink ships.
Thanks, buddy. Anyways, Mike, you ready for the hot takes? All right,
Show
Peppy.
Ding ding doozy.
Yep.
Like Peppy says.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty, buddy? Okay. You want something to drink there, buddy? Huh? You want something to drink there? What can we do for you, man? You want a little sticky snack, Pep Star? You want a little sticky snack, huh? You want a little sticky snack?
Someone mute his microphone. Just cut that shit off.
Oh, Peppy. Oh, God. Okay. All right, Mike.
Peppy's going to get you demonetized.
I know he probably will. All right, Mike, you ready for these hot takes?
Yeah, man. If I can do it, if the animations line up for me, I'm going to try to get it right.
Welcome, Killian. Good to have you back. Wasn't he in Piranha? Who? Pep Star? He's doing his thing. All right, Mike. It's hot take time. I'm excited for you, Mike. You're excited?
All right. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Without further ado, Mike, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay. Sade Sink in Spider-Man as Gwen or whoever. No, you're not. Bella Ramsey as Spider-Man. Sharon Stone in a Basic Instinct reboot. Unlikely. Bob Odenkirk in a Better Call Saul reboot. No. Honeymoon. Yeah. Okay. We'll get your weird Costner vibes. What are we already? That's halfway through. R.I.P. Terrence Stamp. Yeah, Sade, you're the king. Ozzy, sorry you died, man. You lived longer than we thought. Tax incentives, whatever. You're fighting the common man. Ketamine Queen goes down. Sounds like it could be a nice thing, but it's a bad thing. Adam Scott. Oh yeah, what was he doing? He was doing Boy Meets World before that, right?
Yeah. Boy Meets World.
That's all, baby.
All right, Mike. Great hot takes. You get all of it, Mike. You get all of it.
I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy.
Oh, some fireworks. I don't even know if I've seen those before.
You have.
Thanks, Brian. That was fun.
Great hot takes, Mike. Great hot takes. That's good.
Well, some unlikely stories today.
Thank you, Raven. Some weird stories today, yeah. Yeah, Killian, he was the best General Zod ever. Amazing. Great hot takes, man. You know, we just do it for fun. No one's voting to see who wins hot takes or anything like that, right? I couldn't put a poll out there. No, we're not doing that, Mike. We're not doing that.
Can't do it.
Let's talk about, everybody loves the comic stuff, Mike, as always. Happy to have Killian back. Good to see you back. Killian, we're going to talk about all of that stuff I was talking about earlier in the chat in Comic Corner. Let's go. We can put a poll out there for you to decide who wins hot takes. But Mike's shaking his head.
We don't do that. That's the other show.
That is the other show. This is just one. This is a friendly
conflict
competition.
of interest. You can't battle the host.
Why, Mike? You might beat me.
I might, but I'm not willing to take that chance.
Mike does not want to.
This is low. Kruse, kicking it with Kruse is we're kicking it, right?
Yeah, we're kicking it.
We're kicking it.
We're kicking it.
Lower stakes.
It's lower stakes.
It's daytime.
It's no crazy stakes here at all. Okay, but let's talk about some of this Marvel stuff too. David Campbell would win. I would love to see David Campbell do hot takes. That guy, I like to see that guy on camera. I love to see all of his spicy takes. He's got all the spiciest takes of everybody on TikTok. I'm going to tell you right now. But J.E., you got some pretty good takes. Killian, happy to have you back, guys. Thanks for being here as always. I gotta tell you guys, always like, follow, share, help us crack this algorithm, right, Mike? We gotta get this algorithm cracked. Help with these. Thanks you, Raven, with all that. Raven and J.E. gave us a bunch of love out there. I'm gonna set a new goal out there too before we dive into the comic corner, which I should have done before, but you know, I was having too much fun with graphics and fireworks and all that. How about I should put some bananas out there, Mike? Should I do bananas? Or should I do?
We should have.
Or corn?
Yeah, definitely bananas.
Bananas or corn?
Bananas. Can we do them both?
We can't do them. We had one at a time. Bananas or corn?
Okay. Corn first.
Corn first? Okay. I'm going to do 50 corn. Putting 50 corn out there right now, guys. Help us get that, guys. I'm pinning that 50 corn to the top. And let's talk about some comic book stuff. Mike's like, what are you talking about, bro? This is TikTok, Mike. This is TikTok. Well, Yeah. Back to the blue. Yeah. Oh, there is no winner. Yeah. Thank you for the corn, J.E. and Killian. Thank you for the corn. We appreciate it. So Robert Downey Jr., guys, there's this whole thing that happened on set that people are going, I know I think it was like Wheelchair Gamer or KI2 was asked about this earlier. We're apparently doing some reshoots for Doomsday because Robert Downey Jr. said he was not happy with the photo double who was actually wearing the Doomsday outfit. Now, apparently he's there the whole time and he's on set, but there are times where he doesn't like to wear the outfit. He did the same thing with Iron Man and they'd have a double come in. And he didn't think that he embodied in the right way, so he's asking for like 3 weeks worth of reshoots for all this stuff the double did. Now, honestly, this guy's getting paid $100 million for 2 movies. Put him in the suit. I mean, I love RDJ. Put him in the suit. You're getting paid $50 million a movie. Put him in the suit. I'm just saying. Like, if doubles happen for a reason, like what they do, it happens. Like, I just did that commercial, guys. I was wearing that commercial for, and like what they do sometimes, try to get the actors to go home early. They have a double for a reason where they can do insert shots and stuff like that. They don't want the actor to go through that. It happens all the time. But like at $50 million, like, come on. You know, I know Pedro does that too for Mandalorian, but like put him in the suit. But also that, like on top of that, I do want to talk about these tax incentives too, because we were talking about a little bit earlier. Killian's here. We're going to discuss this for Killian as well. Again, if you guys missed this earlier, all of Marvel's films are actually going to the UK now. On top of that, that's where they're shooting Doomsday right now. They're shooting all of it right there at the Pinewood Studios. Spider-Man's over there too. But Kevin Feige pulled all of those productions from Atlanta over to the UK. They pulled them all from here to the UK. He made a whole statement being like, I'm not going to be in the United States. I don't know ever again. Maybe, maybe not. But at least for 5 years, we're going to be in the UK. And these productions are going to keep going there. And they are, yep, Raven. They're moving all to Pinewood for the next 5 years at least. So if you guys are expecting and hoping for more of that Marvel work here in the United States, which again, Marvel, and like I was talking to Killian about this earlier, Marvel is like really, it is the United States. I mean, it was made here, it was embodied here. Most of the characters are set in New York City or Gotham or Metropolis, or very much like Chicago meets New York in a lot of ways. So like they are very Americanized. And for me personally, like why are we not actually shooting these locations and bringing that jobs back here to the States? But Kevin Feige is like, we can save more money there. He literally said in his interview too, everyone's filming in Atlanta. No, they're leaving Atlanta now too. It's like 40% cast, 100%. There is a lot happening there, JE. But Kevin Feige's pulling all the productions that were lined up there to the UK. He announced that today. So all of that stuff's going to be joining Robert Downey Jr. in his Iron Man costume and his Doctor Doom costume there in the UK too. Give me bad flashbacks when Johnny Depp antics on set, $84 million and didn't know his lines. I've heard that too. They gave him an earpiece. Like you're getting paid that much money, show up, do the work. And I like RDJ, but I hear it's very alarming to hear this too, guys. It's very alarming. And I gotta say the other day, like you're getting paid that much money, do your work. I mean, I got paid a lot less than I've been on. You know what I mean? A lot less. I'm getting paid, scale or less than scale, pennies on the dollar, and I'm still like, you know what? I'm off book. Let's go. It's go time. Let's be the best, amazing version of this character ever, and let's dominate this day. But, it's alarming to hear this stuff, Mike, when it comes to the Marvel machine, isn't it? It's a little alarming.
I mean, dude, like RDJ, like he could have been. This stuff isn't filmed second unit, is it? Like he could have just walked his ass back to Video Village and seen if he liked the shot. Like to wait until and to do it after the fact, like screams of kind of decadence. Like, or it feels a little disrespectful. If he's that interested, like. He should care at the time, on the day, when everything is set up.
Yeah, he should be there. Well, apparently he's in Video Village a lot too, and he is watching some of it. But like, if he must not be watching it close enough. If he was watching it close enough, he would have caught these things before.
Right, everybody's got on Marvel sets. Everybody's got laptops, or not laptops. They've got iPads set up everywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them set up. They'll have the monitors on their actual iPads too. Sometimes depends. Sometimes with these big productions with Marvel, they do lock some stuff down so that nobody can actually like see it because they're worried about leaks and all that. So I understand that sometimes you can't see, but they have Video Village. He's sitting right there. He's at Village. He can see the monitor. I can't imagine him not, especially if he cares about his performance that much. You'd think that he really would.
Brian, we were talking last week on Kickin' It with Kruse. That just because it sounds bad. Like we're in a dialogue with the movie going audience in such a way now. Like anytime you hear that there's reshoots, you're like, what did they mess up? Like it's not kind of a good thing to hear, and I would think that it affects Marvel's bottom line. So I don't know. Could this be an excuse because they know that everybody knows that they're going back into the studio? They can't hide that. Ooh. So they come up with a reason that it doesn't sound like it's because of the quality of the movie or because I don't know.
That could be a thing too, because like the thing is though, the people don't think about this though too. Every Marvel movie now has built in to every contract for reshoots. Everybody that signs any Marvel deal, it's built into their contract. Hence, like when I was doing Ant-Man, Paul Rudd he was like, I heard he wasn't getting paid for the reshoots. They kept saying, but I'm like, but he technically got paid how many millions to be here as part of your deal, so it's all built in. It's all built in. So regardless, whatever you do, they know these things happens on every production for Marvel. Brave New World had massive reshoots. Thunderbolts had reshoots. Fantastic Four everybody has reshoots. It's what it is. And so like, maybe this is an excuse. Could be an excuse, Mike. It could be. But if it isn't, it just bums me out. But the problem is, I will tell you there's a bigger problem with this as well, which is something that has to be addressed. Also, if I win the SAG presidency, is like they'll put actors in these situations. Like okay, you're Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, right? But they don't give them enough direction. They yell at them. They make them fear and make them scared in that position, and then they get mad at them when they're not performing well. And these things happen all the time. I just had it on that. I mean, on a commercial. This is a commercial, and they're like yelling at me, not directing me, and I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to do this job. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be this person. Like, take a beat, take a breath. I'm a human being here too, working, and I'm trying to embody what we're doing here. So treat me with respect. And they don't treat these people with respect sometimes. They pay them less money, and of course, they're not getting close to Robert Downey Jr. So these things could happen. So maybe that person was scared, nervous, whatever, fearing for their job. You never know. And that's a bigger underlying problem that happened in these doubling positions that needs to be addressed as well. It just does. And how can Marvel get away with copyright on using real stuff like Coca-Cola and all that? Well, usually they get the deals, Wheelchair Gamer. They get deals, or also they're so big that it's one of those things that when they use it in the product, it's fine because Coke's getting like massive exposure from it too. You know, they're not going to sue Marvel. They're like, that's great exposure. But a lot of times they work out deals behind the doors too. Might continue. Sorry,
I was just gonna say, if you're expected to be like in the point position for any length of time, for these massive financial apparatus like Marvel, like I understand the pressure that comes along from the directors and everybody wanting it to be right and stuff. But if you need them to be that perfect, then you need to provide them what they need in order to give you what you want, which is just freaking tell them what you want, be communicative. Don't expect them that they're mind readers. And two, if your position is so important because all the focus is on you for the moment, we need to be compensated appropriately if it's that level of expectation. Because I think it's really easy. I think it would be really easy for anybody to see how that is a stressful position for someone to be in, particularly when they're not being compensated and therefore are just like so eminently replaceable. That doesn't mean that we should treat them as they're more replaceable. That means that we should treat them as their people, have some understanding for the position that they're in too. Because all everybody's trying to do is make an awesome product. And that's what people are trying their best to do.
Yeah. They're trying their best, and they wanted to succeed just as much as you want to succeed too. They want to succeed. And when you talk down to them, you don't give them that respect. You don't talk to them and direct them. Dude, I can't tell you how many times. Like even like I don't like that last commercial, man. It was a fun time, but the director refused to give me any direction. Like they just throw me in there, and they're like, just go. Second team, go ahead, run it. And I'm like, I don't know what's even happening right now. And then I don't do it like they think, as opposed to talking to me, they're yelling at you. And like they do that to people all the time. It's really unfortunate. And then of course, what kind of performance are you getting? You know what I mean? What kind of performance are you when you're pretty much like screaming at people? And like you might as well throw a shoe at somebody at that point. That's what it feels like. It's like you're throwing something at them and yelling at them. So it's sad. And maybe Robert Downey Jr. saw it, and maybe that actor was going through that. Maybe not. Maybe this wasn't his standard. Maybe it is a big excuse. Could be a big excuse as well, because again, a lot of people are going to try to find an excuse for reshoots, especially Marvel. And then something this big, everybody's talking about it. We got to fix that whole doubling thing. The doubling thing is it's sad. On commercials, at least, you get paid scale when you're doubling, which I think is great. You should get paid scale. At least that on theatrical stuff, on television, movies, you're getting a fraction of a pay that those actors are getting. Especially Robert Downey Jr. If you're getting paid $50 million a movie, you're getting like an iota of what he's getting paid. It's like nothing. So
0.1% probably.
If that, you're lucky if it's even that. Fantastic Four outperformed the other three films at almost $500 million, and that's a hit. That's also that too. The hits aren't as big as they used to be anymore. I mean, Quantumania made was it $450 million, Ant-Man, and they thought that was a flop. They're like, it's a flop. It made money, but it barely made money. Fantastic Four will make money, but it'll barely make money. But that's what a hit is these days. Superman made like $700 million. So that's like actually a decent hit.
If $500 million is a flop, I mean, is it really a flop, or is that Hollywood accounting flop?
Hollywood accounting.
It seems like you're doing wrong if $500 million cash influx is not justifying your project. Like that just means you did a crappy job.
It's the overhead.
Your project.
It's the overhead. That's the problem, though, Mike. It's the overhead. If you're spending $250 million on a movie plus $100 million on marketing, You're spending 350 million out the door right there. If not even maybe there's some other little fees up to like 375 and you make 400, 500 million. You're making money though, but you're not making as much money as you think. It's still $100 million. That's still a pretty big profit.
You know what makes me mad about this, Brian, is that I want to love RDJ all the time because he's so dang charismatic. He's always been charismatic. He's got a great like, what do you call that, story arc, prodigal son kind of situation. But then you hear
Rose
about
from the
something
ashes.
like this, and yeah, it may be like, it seems like there's some kind of due diligence. Like maybe he's not being a jerk. He's just trying to make this the best kind of project that he can be. But it does make you wonder, like, well, yeah, where were you then when was he trying to be a nice guy at the time? Like he didn't want to say anything in the room because he's too smart to know that that's, you wouldn't do that. You need to say, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Sorry, we thought we're great. We're going to go another direction. Like just because you're at the helm of this massive ship, like to slow it down and wait, it just feels like such decadence.
There's like, yeah, and in 3 weeks, that's what they're saying, like 3 weeks worth of reshoots. And this is still got a lot of time though, Mike. This movie doesn't come out till a year from December. So it's got a long time. And but they have like back to back. So a year from that, the next movie comes out. So they have to start shooting the second movie too. So that's always the problem they worry about, too. But you would think that he would be there being like, okay, this doesn't not working. Usually that's what happens on set. They usually say when they have it or not. And a lot of people look at these footage too. A lot of people look at it. They have producers there. You have studio heads watching it. There are people watching it remotely. Like a lot of people watch this footage.
We should imagine that this double worked for everyone else, just not RDJ.
That's weird. You know what I mean? That's weird.
That seems weird too. Yeah.
That's why it's hard to even buy into this too. I hear about this. I'm like, it's hard to buy into this. And killing superhero movies sell for over 45 years. They sell products all the time. That was back to that Coke thing. Yeah, they're selling stuff all the time. If you put something in there, it's going to make money. People are going to be like, oh, I need a Coca-Cola. Or I need that Pepsi. Oh yeah, give me that right stuff. That Marvel sells all this stuff. It just does. Alien Earth, we don't have no clue if they're doing well because you go to Hulu the next day. There's also that, you have no idea about the streaming stuff too, Wheelchair Gamer, putting that out there too. I might be over my head because it's a TV series. They don't tell you all the numbers on that stuff too, guys. So you don't get the numbers from the streaming stuff all the time. And if you do, like the transparency is not there. Apparently SAG's getting that transparency. That's what they say right now. If I get in there, I'll find out about that too. Because everybody should have that transparency. It shouldn't just be this union heads. It should be everybody. But yeah, this RDJ thing, I just don't buy into it as much, Mike. I'm just like, if this was a thing, then I feel like then it would have been like somebody else would have shut this down after weeks of shooting as this double being him, No, people are saying that he was swinging his weight. That's what the rumors are online. He's swinging his weight. I don't know. I just don't see that. Everything he's gone through and what I've heard about this guy, how he's risen from the ashes and he came back from like, man, he was low, Even Iron Man, when he got cast as Iron Man.
He comes across as really grateful.
Yeah.
All the interviews that you see of him.
Yeah. I just don't buy. That's why I don't buy this really. I feel like he would have said something. He would have done something. He would have salvaged this early on. I don't know. But I mean, it is a lot of riding on this movie. So maybe there's also just some temperatures rising right now. You never know. I still think they should be shooting here in the United States. I'm going to say that again. I'll say that 500 times and I'll say it 500 more. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work just gone. Just like that, Send it overseas. Call it a day. Oh, yes.
Billions and billions. I mean, how much is there, what phase are we in? We're moving into the 6th phase of Marvel?
I think we're moving to phase 6, I think now.
How much money are they spending at the studios? It has to be like $10 billion, something crazy like that.
They're spending so much money, man. They are spending so much money. But even like think about they had 1, 2, 3. They had 3 movies out this year, right? At 300 movies, probably they're like 200-300 million each. You know what I mean? You're over $1 billion right there, for those movies. And they made some of it back. But they're also the TV shows. That Ironheart didn't do that great. Plus all their other stuff they're spending on every other project.
It's a bummer because you've got such great developed crews in Los Angeles. Like there's so much talent there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent. There's so many people, like 3rd, 4th generation people that understand how to do this like professionally and have been doing it for years for the studios and all the equipment's here and the rental houses and the venues and the vendors and the stages. It's all right here. It's all built in. The infrastructure's here and it's hurting because people are doing stuff like this. For what? How much are they actually going to save going to the UK? How much are you actually saving? I mean, I guarantee it's not as much as you think. I guarantee it's not as much as you think. But you got to cut the red tape. You get the bureaucracy is insane here. This is what he wanted RDJ. He no longer does indie films. He complained they don't show him love. That's what Killian says. Well, he definitely gets the love for Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. That's for sure. For Dr. Doom, he's getting that Marvel love. That's for sure. Because that Marvel is like $50 million a movie. It's like,
that's a lot of love.
It's a lot of love. And you couldn't show your face in Fantastic Four? Come on. Just 1 second. 1 second. No. People were telling me that was actually him in the costume. I don't believe it. I don't believe that was him. Do you believe that was him in the post-credit scenes of Fantastic Four? I don't believe it.
No way in hell.
No way. If that was him, he would have showed his face. Because they would have been paying him for that to see his face, right? We didn't see that face. We didn't see that mug. Not at all, guys. He wanted his franchise deals. I don't blame him. I don't blame him either. I mean, if I were him too, I'd be like, if they're going to pay me $100 million to do 2 movies, I'd take that money and run. I'd be like, you know what? Give me that mask. Give me that cloak. Let's rock in there, and I'm going to show you the best version of any kind of character I've ever done before. But you would think that the performance would have to be top notch for that too. And you wouldn't think he'd be complaining. He'd be like dancing on set. I'd be dancing on set. Pay me $50 million a movie, plus back end points probably too. Think about how much money that fool's going to make on these movies.
Oh my God, you think? I wouldn't think they'd give up. Does Marvel give up back end?
Always gets back end points.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Keep him, his family, his great grandchildren are all going to be taken care of.
Way back in time, they're all going to be taken care of. Great, and beyond great, you know? But you know what? And there's also Deadpool. You know, that thing came out with Deadpool. Talked about that on Saturday, that Ryan Reynolds in the trades have been announced that he's going to be in Doomsday as Deadpool. And then some trades are trying to counteract it and say, no, that's not true. But like Deadline said it, Hollywood Reporter said it. A lot of people like put it out there. So it's like, I'm pretty sure there was something in my mind that Deadpool wouldn't be in these movies. Like Deadpool Wolverine made $1 billion. And they're not going to put Ryan Reynolds in here.
Well, you know? What's the source of this? One of the things that I read said that they thought it was just Ryan Reynolds saw because the image that's being associated with this is the
Avengers symbol,
anarchist logo over the Avengers symbol.
Yeah.
And is it just a case of Ryan Reynolds sharing something because he saw a fan make something neat and he wanted to share it, and, keep everything in the fans' minds? Or
it came from him. He posted that, and then 2 days later, Daniel Reitman, who's like a big trade person here in Hollywood, he always doing leaks. He's apparently, people always say like they believe in everything he says. He put it out there that he had already signed a deal, and then everybody went nuts with it in the trades because he's one of those guys that have a lot of inside sources, and so usually when he says something, it's true. And so everybody ran off to the races with it. So that's what happened. And then the trades jumped on, and then people really started believing it. But I mean, it could not be true. But I have a feeling that, for me personally, I just don't know why Disney wouldn't put him in there when it made so much money. You know, your Wi-Fi went down. Sorry about that, Jay. Good to have you back. I think we're going to get a Council of Dooms. That was him. They're just waiting for a big reveal. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Council. It's just going to be him. Just him. That'll be it. One Doom to rule them all. One Doom to guide them. That's what we do. You know what I mean? And with that being said, guys, Lord of the Rings is coming back too, guys. And I want to talk about that too because we've been talking about this for a long time. But let's talk about that because Frodo's back, guys. And also Gandalf's back. Talk about that in our featured story of the day. Time again, and then we were talking this a while that, of course, it's funny to see Sir Ian McKellen talk about this, but he was bringing us up recently. They had like a fan event. He was there. You also had, on top of that, you had Sean Astin, which Sean Astin's gonna be in these movies, man. Isn't he supposed to be running for SAG president? How you SAG president in Lord of the Rings movies? I thought you can't act if you're. I thought you can't act if you're SAG president. That's a whole can of worms right there. And I like Sean Astin, but like, dude, pick a lane. Also on top of that too, Frodo was there, and he was talking about this, and he goes, guys, so I'll tell you, there's 2 secrets I know about the casting in Lord of the Rings. There's a character in the movie called Frodo, and there's a character in the movie called Gandalf. And then he goes, apart from that, my lips are sealed. So everyone went, oh, because we haven't seen Frodo in like it's been like a decade. I mean decades, guys. It feels like now we haven't seen these two together. I mean, the two films are slated to come out December 17th, 2027. That it's supposed to be The Hunt for Gollum. We do know we have Andy Serkis directing this as well. The voice of Gollum, the man himself, directing these two movies, 2-part deals. We also had Sir Ian McKellen come forward before and said when he was asked about this. He said he'd love to come back, but he also said he's getting very old, and he's like, they better do it before I pass away, which was very gruesome and very very like, oof. But but it's true. You're getting up there too. You can't be acting for the rest of your life. But it was some big news that
he'll just come back as Ian McKellen the White.
Coming back as a White. There you go, Mike. You're right. Coming back as the White. I do love that, like, the original cast could be coming. I mean, you're doing The Hunt for Gollum. Of course you have to have these take place at that time. How would you not have Frodo and how would you not have, Gandalf there? I don't know how you would do it without him. And if you can bring them back, it's not like, they wouldn't come back. I wouldn't think, it just seems like it's a no-brainer. But I love that we're actually getting that too. We're actually saying this is going to happen. So you're going to start hardwire. I believe people are buying jammers to disable Wi-Fi. Really, Killian? I haven't heard about that. That's crazy. So yeah, I hardwire from my computer as well. It works a lot better. But Mike, what do you think? Are you shocked by this news that they're going to come back and do some more Lord of the Rings movies? Are you super excited to go back to the Shire once again? Let me know how you feel about this, Mike.
I feel like we've been talking about this for like 2 years at this point, Brian.
I know, right? I know.
Which is crazy because it's not even scheduled for Christmas 2 years from now. Like, that's so far down the line.
Competing.
Yeah, Ian McKellen, he was playing a crusty old wizard more than 20 years ago. So, I mean, I guess wizards, crustiness on a wizard is just, it comes across as power, right? The crustier of the wizard, the more powerful. I believe this is Dungeons and Dragons core tenet in the 5th edition rules. Thankfully, Elijah Wood hasn't aged a day in that time frame.
No.
So we'll buy him as Frodo Baggins, no problem. I have no idea what this story is going to be about. It's so cool that Andy Serkis is going to be directing 2 movies, though.
I love it.
This is a reality that there's no way he could have envisioned when he was hired, because he was hired to do the voice of Gollum, and he ended up being such a more intrinsic part of that character than he had ever anticipated. And so for him to get to be involved on this level, like, it's so funny because it's such a major a piece of this guy's life. I mean, a big piece of all of their lives, really. But for Andy too, I'm incredibly pleased.
I'm excited for him.
I bet he'll do a great job.
Dude, and he'll be back as Gollum too in this as well, so he's going to be double dipping doing both. I wonder how much Gollum will actually be in The Hunt of Gollum. You know what I mean? Like, how much will he be in there? Is it going to be about them on the journey together too? That was a deep D&D reference. That's what Killian said. I like it. That's great.
I don't know if that's actually in the. I don't know if there's crust rules
in the D&D world. There might be crust rules, Mike. There could be some crustiness in there. Why not? Why not? Little side step, but K2, I agree with you 100%. KI2, we should have gotten a post-credit scene where Doom just obliterates all the Kang Council in a cold way. I actually would love if Doomsday started that way, where like the Kang Council, like, yeah! And Doom comes in and just destroys them all. And then he looks at the camera and goes, I am Doom, or something fun. And then, like, we cut,
Disney does not even want you to remember that there was ever a Kang Council.
No. Did you see that Kevin Feige did an interview, and he wouldn't say Kang, and he wouldn't say Jonathan Majors. He said that actor who played our villain before, he wouldn't say either of them. He kept saying that actor. He won't even mention his name.
He's worried about the algorithm going to demonetize
He's worried about that list of that algorithm, too. You put that name in there, it's done, we got to work on the algorithm, guys. I need a list. Release the list, guys. But I got to get a list from Raven. She's probably like, Brian, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm so sorry. But I'm excited about this. I do love, again, God, Mike, we've been talking about Lord of the Rings for so long. When this first was announced, and it feels like it was announced at least 2 years ago. You're right. It feels like it was announced at least 2 years ago, and they had said they were doing it. Then they had changed it from the Hunt of Gollum, took the name away, brought the name back. Andy Serkis got attached. People were like, well, it's going to be one movie or 2 movies. It became 2 movies. Ian McKellen actually leaked that it was 2 movies because it was only supposed to be 1 movie at first. And then he's like, well, I'm doing 2 movies if I'm still alive. And it's like, what are you saying? And then like all of a sudden now they confirmed it's 2 movies. And you're right. I think that the cast coming back is easy. I think that Sean Astin though, I don't want to, I like Sean Astin, but I put it out for you guys because I like Mike's Grasswell. I like his Grasswell too. Round of applause for Mike's Grasswell.
I'm laying on my back at the mini golf place.
But I have to say this, so not to get harp on him too much, but if you are, so you guys know some rules, some guidelines. If you are, if you are SAG president, you're not supposed to be acting at all. So you're not supposed to act in anything. So I don't know how we can do Goonies 2 and also do Lord of the Rings 2 movies doing that and still be president. When do you have time to lead our union? Don't know, guys. It's a very solid question I'll put out to you people, but we'll see. But I do think that Elijah Wood coming back, great. Elijah Wood really hasn't aged. You're right, Mike. He looks great. Him as Frodo, simple to do. Honestly, this is a great combination. This is a fantastic things for Lord of the Rings fans. Like, I'm super stoked about it. I would love to see this, right?
I got a question for you in the chat, Brian.
Yes.
Because I remember back, way back, years ago, when they were announcing that the Hobbit movie was going to be done as a trilogy.
Yeah.
I remember being really excited because I was just saying, like, just give me more Lord of the Rings universe. Like, make as many movies as you want. I just want to spend some time immersed in this world. So that's all I want. Just give me wizards, trolls, hobbits, you name it. But then when they came out, I was not feeling as charitable. I was like, okay, this is pretty cheesy. And now that it's been more than a decade since the last one came out, now I'm feeling back to being a little bit charitable about those movies, and I'm ready to be like, yeah, just give me more. I don't care if it's good. I just want more gnomes deep beneath the earth. Give me some goblins. So I did want to ask the chat about that in particular, and you, Brian, if what your initial perception of the Hobbit movies was, and if it's changed at all in retrospect. Because again, we're delving back in, and with more movies too, not just one.
Yeah, we're delving back in multiple movies again. We're getting right back into that franchise, right back into that world. The Hobbit movies, I was excited about the Hobbit movies too. Looking back at those, they're not bad movies. Benedict Cumberbatch as the dragon was actually a really great choice. I think what really threw a lot of people off was the frame rate on those, and they made them the high res frame rate made people feel sick at times when they were watching it. It also made people angry at times when they were watching it. I don't know why they thought they should have made it that high frame rate. But the first one, I was like, it could have been one movie. Could have been one movie. I thought they were stretching it out back then. I haven't actually gone back and watched those since then. But my Lord of the Rings kind of like emphasis, my excitement is coming back. I mean, the more I hear about this, bringing the OG team back together always makes me excited. KI2 says, I can't wait to see Elijah Wood wear wigs. I'm excited about that too. Put Elijah Wood back in those wigs. They want to get the needs back to theaters because they know they will pay. The nerds, they're going to get the nerds back to theaters. They're probably saying the nerds will pay for this too. I'm a nerd. I'll go pay for this.
That is a movie theater. You're not going to stream that. You want to see that. If you're getting those massive like drone shots of New Zealand, like you got to be in the theater for that.
The question is, Mike, what is the popcorn bucket going to be? A big ring, or is it going to be like
Mount Doom?
Mount Doom,
but it's Gollum's. Maybe it's like Gollum's head, and like the head tilts back, and you're like munching his brains.
Yeah, it could be like the beaver bucket from Naked Gun, where you put your hand in the beaver's butt. You know what I mean? Get the popcorn. Maybe it's something like that.
Gollum's butt to get the tasty golden treasure within.
It's extra buttery. Maybe there's a ring inside there too. Maybe they hide a ring inside of there so you can get it.
Bottom of the bucket. I like that.
Yeah, they could be good. I saw the end of
good. It could be like it could just be a bucket that was like a pond, and then it could have Smeagol, like in a little boat, like fishing.
Ooh, a popcorn.
Because that's where. And then you reach down and you reenact the bit from the
The
movie where he pulls the
precious,
ring out of the earth. Yeah,
the precious. They could be Gandalf's hat, maybe too. That might be fun.
that would be good.
Yeah, Gandalf's hat full of popcorn. Kind of feels like the wishing hat or the sorting hat, like Harry Potter a little bit though too. Kind of feel like that as well. But I don't know. I think it's thanks for the like, Killing guys. Always like, follow, share. Thank you for also crack this algorithm, guys. 11,000 likes today. So thank you guys so much. 11,000 likes.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah,
We're
thanks for
towards the end
kicking.
of this. The end of this thing.
Shebang. I know, Mike. The swearing is tough sometimes for me too. It's tough. I mean, it's really tough. But I do like the idea of the popcorn buckets. Annabelle popcorn bucket is scary, man. For the new Conjuring movie, it's Annabelle holding a popcorn bucket. It's like an actual doll. It's the scariest thing ever. I would not bring that home. I don't want Annabelle at my house holding a popcorn bucket. I don't want that.
Ooh, that is creepy.
It's creepy. It's very creepy. Nobody has time for that. Nobody has time for that. I know I don't. Guys, you guys want to see that Annabelle popcorn bucket? I can pop it up here.
Oh, I want some movie theater popcorn, man.
Me too.
I can't get that in Europe, dude. It's not the same.
Is it not?
It's not the same. Although my wife went back to the United States and she watched some movies and she said that now that she's been away from the artificial palm oil coconut butter substitute that they have, she said it tastes weird and artificial to her, which is interesting because I love that stuff.
Yeah, I love it so much, guys. I love it. You want to see this popcorn bucket fast? Let me put this popcorn. Let me put this popcorn bucket up here for everybody to see. I'll just put it on its own slide so you can be like, oh, guys, this is happening. Do not miss out on Annabelle. Annabelle's coming for you guys. Look at that's creepy. That's creepy.
Does that make you want to eat popcorn?
Do you want to eat popcorn right there? You want to bring that doll home, guys?
I don't know. I can see like if you're on the couch. If you're on the couch watching a creepy movie, maybe that would enhance the Elvira midnight showing horror aspect of it all.
I don't want to see it, man. I do not want that one bit. JE said, they went. JE said, didn't a comedian bought her? Yeah, I think maybe the comedian bought her. She's giving Vogue vibes. He's saying too. Vogue vibes. She's voguing for you, Mike. Vogue, popcorn, okay. Vogue. Yeah, I don't know. Annabelle's creepy. But I do say that, and this is exciting, though, news for all the Lord of the Rings fans out there. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be so fun to get back to the Shire. And the story's got to be something like, do they have to get, like, I don't understand where the ring, like, where Gollum falls into this, though. Like got the ring.
Where in the timeline does this take place?
It takes place, like, I think between, like, the Fellowship, I think, but like, or maybe it's been the first and the second, or the second and the third, but like, or maybe it's after. Maybe it's I think it's in between one of those.
Gandalf and Elrond started their hunt for Gollum 17 years before the Council of Elrond, and the Council of Elrond was in the first movie.
Okay,
so it must take place in that time period where in the first, it's like it's only like a half hour into the first movie where Gandalf goes and he's doing all his research about the ring, and we see him flipping through scrolls and stuff because it looks like it takes like 6 weeks in the movie, but there was 20 years or something in the book.
Do you think they never find Gollum in these movies then?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not that steeped in Lord of the Rings lore. I'm not Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. Killian says Elvira will not be coming back. Cassandra said no more. She's tired of it. Well, there you go.
No more Lord of the Rings. You're done?
Yeah. I mean, there were some people that said they got paid like no money for those movies too. A lot of the actors said they were getting paid like nothing. Who was it? I think it was a pretty famous big actor from there. I saw her on a talk show, and she said they got pretty much got paid sandwiches and crafty. And she said there was like no money in the first few ones, and they got them like at low budget deals because they're like, oh, but this will be big. The people are like, oh, this will be big for your career, but you're not gonna make that money right now. And so they just like
getting paid in exposure. That sucks.
Yeah, right. And so I was like, is that even a thing? Was it Cate Blanchett? I think wasn't she in those?
I think it was Cate Blanchett. Yeah,
I think it was
about it.
I think it was Cate Blanchett was talking about the Lord of the Rings, and she was like, "I made no money on those at all." I'm gonna look that up. Money. I feel like she said I made no money at all. And I was
think you're
oh.
right. That's why I was thinking too, Brian. I just couldn't think
Yeah.
of Galadriel's name off the bat.
She said no one got paid anything. She elaborated, which happens, which is what happens. Free sandwiches and the privilege of keeping her elf ears, she said.
It doesn't make sense for her though either, because
Yeah.
she already had a massive career.
Yeah.
To do that for exposure. I mean, yeah, I guess if she wants to play an elf, she was awesome.
She was great.
It was an incredible role.
Yeah, the elf of a lifetime. Killian says yes. Majority of the actors were surprised on the success, and all of them got paid scale. Well, even the thing that's coming out now at the SAG elections is that Sean Astin, when he did that, he signed on. It was non-union. The first one, it was non-union, and so he had to choose this big, massive career path or breaking the number one rule for SAG, which is you don't work a non-union gig. And he signed on for Lord of the Rings, even though he was union and it was non-union. And that's
it's hard to blame him for that, man.
I know. That's one thing that Chuck is putting out there a lot right now because he's running against him, like saying you broke the number one rule and you broadcast everywhere. The thing is about me, I get it. That rule matters a lot to me, but it's also like it's tough. It's especially nowadays for actors too. Actors right now are in that same boat where there's not enough jobs and they're having to go FICOR or they're having to sign up for non-union stuff because they got to pay their bills and they got no other skills besides being an actor. They got skills, but this is all they can do. This is what they put their whole path out there for. And like, what do? You do sales. That's what I've been doing. I'm doing sales. That's not fun. I mean, the skills kind of work that way, I guess, sometimes, but it's not what you're supposed to do. I don't know. It's unfortunate. But people had to do that. And for Lord of the Rings, he had to do that. Sean Astin did. So
well, yeah, I mean, what had he been doing in the previous
Rudy?
decade after Rudy?
After Rudy, yeah, not much,
Not a lot.
You gotta figure it out. You gotta make money somehow. And then look at how big that franchise was. And I guarantee they bring him back for this one, though. They're getting paid a lot more money than they did before. Look at that, right? That's the thing where Kate Blanchett should think about that. She'd be like, you know what? Maybe if they bring her back, she'd make all money back for all the money she didn't get before. Come on. One ring to rule them all, Mike. One ring to guide them.
Sounds like Elrond's going to be in there, so I have every reason to imagine that Galadriel will be there too.
Who do you think will be there?
Galadriel too.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Kate Blanchett.
I would think so. But I don't know if she'll come back. I bet she comes back.
They pay her more than crafty sandwiches.
Yeah, I'd be there too. I'm like, come on, hook me up, guys. You got money on these. Come on, you got money on these. The Shire will shine that gold and get those copper pieces, right? Down to Goblin Town. What's that song? How's that song go, Mike?
You go, my lad. Ho, ho, my lad.
Goblin Town.
Down to Goblin Town. Down to Goblin Town.
Down
to Goblin Town.
Goblin Town.
Oh, my lad. Oh, my lad. I love that song.
Give Mike some corn. Give Mike some corn.
Give me some corn. Give me some corn. You guys don't know. It might still be up in your parents' basement. He had the
hilarious.
The Rankin Bass 1977, 1979.
It was like 78, 79, something like that, yeah.
The TV movie poster, that must have come in TV Guide or something, Brian.
Dude.
I don't know where your parents would have gotten that. But it was hanging up on the wall in your basement
forever. I don't know if it's still there anymore. A lot of stuff's changed down there now. But there's some stuff's like a time capsule. Some of it's not. Kate should have won an Oscar for Elizabeth. Kate's amazing. Elizabeth too. She was fantastic. She's fantastic in everything she does. I would never. I don't get enough of her. I do have enough of this though too. I don't want any more of this popcorn bucket right here. We can let this lie, let this go away and never be seen again. Pepstar, they get paid more than those sandwiches, man? What do you think?
Never gonna happen.
Oh, buddy. Guys, thanks for being here on Cruise Control. Kicking with Kruse. Thanks, guys, for being here as always. It's been a fun day today, a fun little show. Nice to have you guys here as always. Happy to have Mike Casey back. Mike, hope you had a great time today.
Oh, I had a terrific time, Brian. I'm just relaxing here at the mini golf course. So
yeah, just doing nothing.
Chill. You got me like really thinking about what that popcorn bucket's going to be. But I do hope there's a ring at the bottom.
I really hope there's a ring, and I hope it's like, but you can't get it. Like it's like stuck there. and like maybe you have to put a. I don't. That's like the right. No, anybody can put it on. That's right. Anybody can put the ring on. Never mind. It's one ring to rule them all. It better be a cool ring though. Better be a very cool ring. They're gonna charge you $80 for it. You know what I mean?
Got some Elvis on the side. Yeah. Well, that's presuming that you get it in the first run and you're not having to go to eBay and spend $300 on your damn Gollum popcorn bucket.
Somebody's
you need
paying
to have
that.
one. We have to get them. I mean,
could they do a Gollum head like they did for Galactus, like a big Gollum head?
That's what I think. That's one of the things that could happen. Or or a Mount Doom, or like a Tower of Orthonk, or there's a lot of ways they could go with it. Hey guys, in the chat, I like to, I want to take a minute just to give you guys some love. This show, the Kruse format shows, it's not the same without you guys. So the fact that you guys came and hang out and shoot the shoot with us really means a lot. Brian puts a lot of effort into this, and I, for my part, it's great to have the opportunity to come hang out with him and hang out with you guys and talk some entertainment news. So if you can, like, share, do some subscribing, do what you can. Thanks for, and more than anything, probably coming in and talking in the chat. We really appreciate that. So keep it up. We love to talk to you, and I'll see you next time that I'm invited back to Kicking It with Kruse.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me here, Brian.
Thanks for being here, Mike. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Thanks.
And if you guys have liked, hit that double like and follow and love, guys. Become part of the family, part of the Kruse family right here. It's like a weird thing. You like it, then you like it again, and then become like a secondary kind of group deal. Guys, I'll eventually learn TikTok. I'll eventually learn it. Thanks for being here, Mike. Thank you, Killian, for being here. We need a list.
We need a list so we don't get demonetized.
I'm gonna ask her for a list. J.E., thank you for being here. Killian, thank you for being here. David Campbell, if you're still here. Wise Man Rivers, if you're still here, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you as always. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Again, 9 a.m. I think that's the kind of trying to do 9:30 a.m. for a couple hours in the morning. I think Jonathan's
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. I think Jonathan's joining me tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be fun. But guys, thanks for being here as always. Mike, appreciate you. I hope you had a great time today.
Good time.
We'll go down to Goblin Town once again, guys. Good to see you, Killian. Take care. And J.E., I'll be live in a couple hours selling gum. Until next, everybody. See ya.
See ya.